Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Wayward Dice. Today is our first Saturday session of what hopefully will be many to come. And on Saturdays we're going to be playing our Forgotten Realms adventures, so to speak, while Fridays will be sticking to our main Dark Sun campaign. And I'm Kale, here with...
Zach. I don't really have much to introduce in this current thing other than just my name.
So we're going to talk about our alternative characters for our Saturday nights. So just to expand on what Kale said, I guess I can introduce myself. I'm Nathan, so I'll be the Dungeon Master for tonight and probably for the near future. So one of the things we've been talking about is for our main Friday night game nights for over a year, we really wanted to have a long-term campaign that was roleplay focused with long-term characters that are recurring, and that will be set in Dark Sun in 5th edition D&D. And then what we wanted to do was to have something that was a little bit less focused on specific character stories and have like a not necessarily a recurring cast of characters. There are characters with longevity, but having like more variety in the characters, more audience interaction, and more Dungeons and more Dragons, more like dungeon crawly type things. We decided to go ahead and set this setting in the Forgotten Realms rather than using a homebrew or some other setting, and also the Waterdeep Dragon Heist book just released a couple weeks ago. So we're going to start it tonight in session 1. Last night we had session 0 where we randomly generated a bunch of characters, and we have made full character sheets for 6 of them. I think we made a total of 18 characters.
Yes.
Now I made 12, you made 2. No, we made 14 characters. So, but 6 of them on character sheets. And Kale, do you want to hold up one of the sheets?
Sure.
And this is the D&D 5th edition Alternative 2 character sheet, which is an iteration off the D&D Next playtest for 5th edition. So, because we are going to change the way we handle player characters, where the players will play more than one character, we're going for a more computer role-playing game, dungeon crawl sort of feel, which means we will be focused on adventuring companies made up of 6 player characters. And if there's only one player, they'll control all 6 people. And if there's 6 players, I guess we'd have each person control 1. But since we only have 3 players in our group, that probably won't happen.
You never know.
Also, we'll do less fudging of dice rolls and that sort of thing. If a player dies, they die. If a character dies, they die. And if a player dies, they die as well.
Oh boy, that's just a little bit more
Getting a little dark
I think
here.
this calls for a plot twist card. No.
Oh boy.
All right, so we'll be playing Dragon Heist. We are going to focus on Waterdeep as an adventuring hub. The Dragon Heist book comes with a map, and one of the characters actually has a map as part of their starting equipment, so we might use this from time to time as they consult their map and try not to get lost. But I think we'll probably go through and I won't introduce the adventure just yet, so let's introduce the characters. They've basically assembled in a tavern. They've got to know each other in the city of Waterdeep, the largest metropolis in the realms. And as far as introductions, let's go back and forth. If you want to start with Lakaelin, and then you can go to Malthor, and then just go back to him.
Yeah, sure.
And just go back and forth until you've done each of your 3 characters.
Alrighty. I'm playing one of my 3 characters, and who's going to be my main character, per se, for this, will be Lakaelin Jalella, also known as the Veil. She's a Scourge ASMR paladin, who's very, very secretive in a sense. She always is wearing things over top of her face, over top of her, and kind of covered up almost indefinitely. I think that's about all really there is to describe at this moment.
Anything from the bottom right? Should we save some of that detailed stuff?
I feel like we should save some of the roleplay detail for the roleplay.
Okay.
I'll be playing Malthor Jitarji. He's a chaotic good human. He's a wizard. He's he tries to be a very good person. He's very short, very lanky, and he's got very angular, forward-facing features, that kind of thing. He grew up as a water-deep urchin. His parents came here to make it big, and they made it very small. And also dead.
Yeah, so he's an urchin, so he grew up in Waterdeep, and this is the one that knows kind of like the back streets and stuff, and has also a map because he's been around for a while.
Yeah, and he's got a sort of a dark nightlife.
Did you say he's a
Is
rogue?
this guy, doesn't he also have, he's a wizard, right?
Yeah, he's a wizard.
And I think he has some political, like, power ambitions.
Definitely.
I'm not sure if we...
I mean, he's not necessarily looking to become a powerhouse, per se, but he's definitely looking to change the world for the better.
All right. The next character will be Jose, a shoe human ranger. He
You want to describe what Shu are for the audience?
Yes. So Shu, in the Forgotten Realms, are more of a Asian, I guess you could say, themed.
Kind of like Chinese or Japanese.
Yeah, kind of a sub-race of humans. Not really even race, but...
I don't know if we want to refer
So-
to it.
ethnicity of humans.
In the Forgotten Realms, different like regions, you know, some are French, some are Arabian, some are more Chinese. So the Shu, he's gonna have a more like East Asian feel.
Yeah, and I don't know if we want to refer to certain groups as sub-race.
Yeah, that's...
We don't mean lesser races. We mean like subclass, subrace.
Yes.
As Caucasians, we would be a subrace of like humanity, right?
No.
All right.
No.
This
Okay,
conversation
moving
get
on.
out of hand.
Zach, your next character.
Oh, my next character. We're already going ahead.
Wait, hold on. Did you finish?
Yeah.
Did you say his class?
I'm ranger. I'm dirty, and I like strange food. Zach.
All right, yet another human. He's person goes by just the name Jurassic. Jurassic. Totally
That
practiced
sounds
that
like
name.
Jurassic.
Yeah,
We could maybe change the pronunciation a little bit, like Jeracy.
Jeracy. Yeah, definitely. He's Jeracy. That's what we said to begin with. It's always been Jeracy.
I'm pretty sure it's Jurassic, but
He's a human rogue. He's kind of chaotic. He owes a certain group a lot of money, and to do that, he's going to be a bookkeeper and the administrator for a certain tavern.
Yeah, so that's yet to come. Also, do you want to show him the Taraka deck?
Oh yeah, he consults Taraka decks for most of his decisions, and
Kind of like superstitious.
yeah, he's very superstitious to begin with. He's always he's not necessarily easy to scare, but he's insecure about his own decisions. So he'll, there's going to be a traitor. It'll be a guild member, and they're going to be begging to get from him. That's
really
his
This
interpretation.
is going to be fun.
that kind of actually
They want
describes
the-
one of my next character.
Go for it.
Dondo Goldheart. He is a hill dwarf rogue. He actually used to be part of the City Watch of Waterdeep, and then he did this terrible act, which oddly involves Guild Watch, not being a beggar, but yes, being a thief, or what was it, burglar? I think.
Beggar.
Beggar. So, no, there was one other. There was
No, it was
beggar.
traitor.
traitor.
Guild
Sorry,
member.
traitor. Yes, traitor and guild member. But yes, Dondo Goldheart, the hill dwarf rogue, 4 foot tall, and kind of heavy. He is also a glutton.
Oh, nice.
Alright, last character.
Last one is another human. I mean, we just don't have enough. Named Zenari Keed. He's from the Kalashite group, which is kind of Arabian Persian. And he's a barbarian. He's chaotic evil, so it's going to be fun playing that. He's an acrobatic member of the party. He enjoys just making his body contort.
I can't wait. Alright, so, and then just for the record, we randomly generated all of these characters and got an interesting mix, mostly human, but we've got a big variety, and there's, again, also 8 that we haven't even selected, which we'll feature later on. And we also started everyone at level 3. I think we found with our Dark Sun campaign, starting at level 3, we had our first character death last night. So starting at 3 is no guarantee of longevity, and this game will definitely probably be more lethal than our Dark Sun campaign. So I think starting at level 1 would have been fun, but we really also want to play a higher level of D&D, and so we'll probably level up a little bit quicker than we traditionally have done. So yeah.
All right, perfect.
So Dragon Heist is set in Waterdeep and features a dragon heist, I guess.
All right.
Okay, the story overview is 2 bullet points. So in the city, there have been rumors going around. The adventure's plot can be summarized as follows. 500,000 gold coins are hidden somewhere in the city of Waterdeep. A lot of people know about the hidden cache and are now looking for it. And if you'll get some too. Also, there's been a lot of violence on the streets between some rival groups. And so there will be more violence in the streets than normal. And we'll elaborate on that once we're in play. So that's the gist of the Dragon Heist. As far as the title of the adventure book is that there's rumors of gold, and lots of adventurers and people are going around trying to find where it's hidden. Okay, and so that's
People like gold.
Yeah, that's the essential bit. There are also in the setup of the adventure there are the 4 seasons: spring, summer, fall, and winter. And those are used for some of the plot hooks. And so we're going to set our adventure at the very beginning of winter. So I think fall is ending and winter is beginning. And since we're in a coastal town, Waterdeep actually refers, I believe, to the port. So it's a seaport. So anyways, so the streets are starting to get a little bit slick and that sort of thing. So just for our adventure, it's going to be wintertime.
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect.
So it'd be the equivalent of like November, basically after Thanksgiving time, November, December.
Sure.
But already like starting like in the mornings, like there's like icy frost in the window panes, and the streets are kind of slick in the mornings.
Yeah.
It's definitely cold enough now to start icing over. Maybe the deeper snowfalls will come later in the winter time as we play.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll say it's like the first month of winter. Alright, and there's some cool art spreads. I'll kind of feature the book a little bit, just for anybody who's interested. So there's some interesting art of the city of Waterdeep. You can find good reviews of this kind of stuff on YouTube and so on online, different websites. So, alright, they also have some cool character art. This is for the Yawning Portal, which is our starting location. So,
Okay. Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Not all these characters are currently here, but there are a multi-storied tavern. It's really famous. Also, I don't know if you saw at the bottom, there's a well, and the well is the entrance to a large mega dungeon called Undermountain. And in late October or early November, they're publishing the adventure for that, which we're planning on doing a dungeon crawl, so we're going to dungeon crawl in the biggest mega dungeon there is. It's under the city, and it's accessed through the tavern. We're going to start our adventure, and ideally we'll be able to finish this adventure in the next month or two, and transition over to Undermountain. And that's the design of the adventure, is to get people from level 1 to level 5, and then start Undermountain at level 5.
Okay.
And we're starting at level 3, so I'm going to be like doubling or tripling the difficulty of the encounters to account for the fact that we've not started at level 1. So we've had plenty of our games previously start at level 1.
Yes.
And so
Right.
we're ready for some more high level play. So and some more dungeons.
Sure.
And dragons.
And dragons.
Yeah,
Yes.
per Kale's request.
Definitely. I have never fought a dragon. I've never dungeon crawled.
We've just done like little mini dungeons.
I've done
fought
little
a
mini
dragon.
dungeons. I've never fought a dragon.
I think
Yeah.
you missed that session.
I missed that session.
No, you were there because you fired a crossbow at it, and then I stole your kill, and I stood over it.
It was a wormling. It was not a dragon.
It was a
It
dragon.
was a young green dragon, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a young green
Yeah.
dragon.
I
For
told
sake-
you you had. So
for
Kale
sake
has
of my-
actually been a participant in the starter set adventure where the
I did not.
spoiler
fight-
alert, the young green dragon at the end was killed by his
I was
character.
not there.
Definitely.
I was not there.
It was your character.
I think you're thinking of the bugbear. The Lost Lines of Fendelver
No,
adventures were
you weren't
referenced,
there.
of course.
You weren't there for the bugbear. That was like the
I-
NPC style.
We've played a lot of
Okay,
D&D.
let me clarify. I have no recollection of fighting a dragon. That's how insignificant it was.
And
Perfect.
also you've not fought an adult dragon. And
Yeah,
neither
I-
have I for that matter. So we tend not to escape the level 5 to 6 range. So I think we should get to the double digits
one of these
assuming
days.
some of these random gen characters
Alright, boom.
make it that far.
We're level 13 now.
Right. And just for
Alright.
fun, I think I'm just going to read the flavor text because I enjoy the published flavor text, and why not? We paid for it. Okay, so we are now going to transition into the Forgotten Realms. Your characters are assembled around a table in the tavern.
Is it assumed that we already know each other before all this?
Yeah, you guys have met, that's why you're sitting together.
Okay. I shake your hand. Jose definitely does not. Dondo. Dondo, go hard.
Alright, while you guys pantomime in silence, I'm going to read the flavor text. You sit around a sturdy wooden table lit by a brightly burning candle and littered with plates cleared of food and half-drained tankards. The sounds of gamblers yelling and drunken adventurers singing bawdy songs nearly drown out the off-key strumming of a young bard 3 tables over. Then all the noise is eclipsed by a shout.
Ah,
Ah!
2 shouts.
I think you misunderstand the meaning of silence.
Yep. We look.
Ya pig! Like killing me mates, does ya? Then a 7-foot-tall half-orc is hit by a wild swinging punch from a male human whose shaved head is covered with eye-shaped tattoos. 4 other humans stand behind him, ready to jump into the fray. The half-orc cracks her knuckles, roars, and leaps at the tattooed figure. But before you can see if blood is drawn, a crowd of spectators clusters around the brawl. What do you do?
So even in this universe, there's skinheads punching other races. That's nice.
I think Lakaelin feels the need to intervene.
Okay. The Kaelin is our paladin.
Yep, and she has a slight limp to her, and she kneels upon her. I believe it is a halberd. Yeah. So she just kind of like
Not
approaches.
kneels, she leans.
Leans,
We
yes.
can just describe that. What about your other 2 characters?
Jose definitely does not get involved. Dondo's looking, but he's not doing a whole
Okay.
lot.
So, what is the Kaelin going to do then?
She's going to approach and kind of like get in the middle of this area.
Okay, and then how about your 3?
Zanari Keed is part of that group that's surrounding this brawl, and he's cheering on the humans. He's loving this kind of violence. But Malther kind of like starts pushing his way through, and I mean he's short, so it's really weird. But he starts pushing his way through until he's actually pushed out of the way by Gerasi, who he doesn't like seeing like, bar fights and that kind of thing. It's not his thing. So he's gonna try and break it all up. He's he's pushing through the group, going, "Hey, stop!"
Ooh.
Yeah, that's sort of what Kaelin is doing, except she's very not loud and obtrusive.
He's very loud and obtrusive. That's his whole point.
Okay.
Except he's a rogue, so he's not.
Alright. So, let's go back. We'll just kind of follow the same flow. So, Kaelin is trying to push her way through the crowd.
Yes, she's definitely like, using the I have a big stick, so let me through kind of
Wait,
thing.
she's bringing her halberd with her?
Oh yeah, she's walking with her halberd.
Oh, so she's limping through the crowd with her, like, halberd.
With her halberd, yeah. So people are, her intention is to kind of get people to move out of her way.
Does she say anything?
I think she's just completely silent.
Okay, so she's not able to quite make her way through the crowd because it's pretty densely packed. You can hear like the meaty like thumps of like this brawl like going on, and you can kind of make out that the 4 humans are kind of like cheering on their pal, and they're like, "Get her, Krantz, get that orc filth," and you can just hear like the grunts as like the female half orc is like slamming into him.
Okay.
And then you had the wizard got kind of knocked out of the way.
Yeah, he's actually on the ground.
Oh,
like
okay.
sitting, like he's sitting. He got pushed pretty hard.
Okay, and then which one did you go ahead and keep talking about?
Jurassi's making his way towards the center of the group, and he's gonna attempt to break up the entire fight.
Okay. All right. So, you kind of like get up there, and the tall human with the tattooed like bald head.
Yeah.
He's kind of like got his hands on like the wrists of the female half orc, who's like got him like kind of like in this like chokehold sort of thing, and it's not like she's like killing him, but she's like got him like he's down on his knees, and she's like over him, like kind of pushing him down to his knees, and his 4 mates are all like they're all like ready to like tackle her. And her back is kind of like half to you. She's kind of like this when you like break through.
Yeah.
So you're kind of like just right off to her side.
Jurassi's gonna kind of like try to force his way in between the two and do
Ooh.
the generic movie
Okay.
push them apart.
Give me a strength check.
Strength. That's a oof.
Are you a wizard? Or are you
No,
a rogue?
Jurassi's a rogue.
Good luck.
16.
Not too bad. Not too bad.
Okay.
What did they get?
I rolled. She got an unmodified 18, so as an
Probably
orc, I'm
plus 3. I'd
half
say.
orc. I'm sure she's gonna have a bonus, so she probably scored a 20 or 21. So I don't even bother to look her up. So you're like trying to pull on her, but she's like over 7 feet tall, and she's just stronger than you are, and so you're kind of like pulling on her, and as I think his name was Krentz, falls to the ground unconscious. She kind of tosses him, and his 4 companions just kind of like, they were all like ready, but now they're like kind of like champion is like down. They just kind of reach in and kind of grab him by a limb, and the 4 of them just kind of like haul him off, and all like the crowd's kind of like, oh, it's over too quick, you know, and so slowly people are kind of like making their way back to their tables where they had been sitting. This almost seems like this is a normal, like, common occurrence.
Oh yeah, they're all used to it by this point.
Oh wait, we've been here before, right?
Yeah,
Oh.
you guys come here.
Oh, well, I mean, if it's frequent, then I probably wouldn't have tried to intervene.
Okay, well, we're just
That's
picking
fine.
up. So,
Yeah, yeah.
They would all try.
maybe some of your characters haven't been here very many times, and some of them may have been here frequently. But one of the things is people like to come here, and a lot of adventurers hang out here because a lot of adventurers like to go down into the Undermountain.
Do they have a vast selection of food here?
Oh yeah,
Oh, okay. So Juzei's probably here quite a bit then, since they have a
yeah, probably.
since they have a what would be considered Oriental food in here in the real world. But since they have that in the Forgotten Realms
languages.
of that place thing,
They have great noodles.
yes, they have great Chamian noodles. Okay. So
Forgotten Realms.
I guess
Chummy.
no, like completely like real world. Okay. Lakaelin, I believe that she'll like kind of approach and like look at the orc lady.
Okay, and between her and the orc, the half orc,
Is it a half orc lady or man?
female.
Okay, that's kind of
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Sure.
And as she's like kind of like waiting for the crowd to clear, the 4 guys are dragging off the unconscious Krentz. Kind of like they're kind of like separating her from the half orc, but you're like right next to the half orc, and she kind of like looks down at you because aren't you extremely short, or is that I'm confusing your 2 characters.
It's
already,
Jurassic.
so-
He's 6
He's
foot.
6 foot. He's pretty tall.
Okay, so
All my
she kind
characters-
of like grunts like, "Thanks, but I didn't need your help."
All my characters are under 5'5".
Jurassic, he kind of like shrugs it off. He's like, just keep people out of trouble, I guess.
Mm-hmm. All right, and then
Yeah, as a fellow tavern owner, he's
The fellow
doesn't like
tavern
seeing
owner.
us fight. Is he a tavern owner? Or is he just an owner? Is he just a bookkeeper?
he's not a tavern owner.
Ah.
Yeah,
Well,
As a fellow tavern owner,
no,
it's,
I think,
you're not
I
a
think
tavern
he's
owner.
obsessed with gambling.
yeah. He's got something going on where he's administrating something.
He's
All right, so they've kind of gone by. So
Uh-huh.
then, Lakaelin.
Sure, Lakaelin, I think that she talks to the half orc lady, and she says, "What was your problem with him?"
And she like looks over to you, and she's like,
Lakaelin's 5'2", by the way.
and she's like, "What's with the veil?" And like completely ignoring your question.
I have personal reasons for this. I am trying to ask you a question though.
Shouts of alarm suddenly ring out as a hulking creature climbs up out of the shaft in the middle of the tap room. A monster with warty green skin, a tangled nest of wiry black hair, a long carrot-shaped nose, and bloodshot eyes.
Okay. I point at his nose and
I
cast
am not
light.
done reading.
Darn.
As it bares its yellow teeth and howls, you can see that a half-dozen bat-like creatures are attached to its body, with 3 more circling above it like flies. Everyone in the tavern reacts in fear, except for the barkeep, Durnan, who shouts, "Troll!"
Okay. Lakaelin immediately points at its nose and casts light to make its nose glow in a white hue. What color is its nose currently? Is it
White.
green? White.
It's glowing white.
Okay, perfect. Does that mean that we have advantage on attacks on it now?
No, definitely not.
Okay.
Alright.
So I cast light immediately on its nose, and I think I like say something. You're like, you there? You want some ale? And she pulls out like a flask of
To the
ale.
troll?
Yes, to the troll.
Ale.
It's ale.
Right, and then trolls look kind of like that.
Yes, my other characters are pretty scared.
Right, so the paladin is not afraid of trolls.
Definitely
Is this a common occurrence here?
Well, it crawled out of the well. Yeah, I think by reputation.
Trolls are pretty evil.
You see Darden picking this massive, like, two-handed great sword off the wall, and it seems like he's like well practiced with this thing, and he's like charging towards the troll.
Malthus sighs, says not again, and he stands up preparing a fire spell, I think. Yeah, preparing a firebolt, just in case he needs to do it, but, you know. I think he's going to have
I feel
to.
like if preparing it. Oh, okay. So kind of like as a reaction in case it does something.
Yeah, just
Oh,
in,
okay,
case
gotcha.
in case this whole, in case other people don't take care of it.
Mhm.
He doesn't want to just like cast a spell or draw attention to himself, but
Alright, and then what about your other two characters?
Zanari Keed is already armed and ready, rushing at it. He's happy to gung ho,
No.
and Giraffe is just kind of standing there next to the orc, watching the commotion.
Okay.
Which orc? The half orc?
The half orc, yeah.
Oh boy. I'm just like imagining, like, just a giant troll with a glowing white nose that's gonna start changing hue within the next chance I get to do anything.
You're
It's
just
just
gonna keep
it's
recasting
gonna
your
like-
cantrip.
Yep, it's just gonna like rainbow. I'm gonna make his nose like. Can I just have it like as an ongoing like rainbow like shifting hue? Is that a possibility, Nathan?
Only if you cast the cantrip every single round.
As a bonus action?
What a useful paladin.
Is it a bonus action?
I'm pretty sure light's a
I-
bonus action.
It's not.
I have to use my entire action. Just
So
to...
one of the things we discussed is with our Dirksen campaign being a little bit more serious, Kale had made a request about the levity.
Not a request. It's more of a demand. We're gonna be funny in the Saturday sessions. You can expect humor at least once or twice within like 2-hour sessions. So, yeah,
So we implement
the
like pop
troll's
culture.
nose is glowing.
it's now glowing red.
I think standards for humor vary among the population. The flying, let's see, bat creatures. Am I right?
Yeah, bat creatures.
Yeah,
they
you
have-
just the bat creature.
They have
surrounding.
4 wings.
4 wings.
Does anybody have nature? It is skill. I don't think anybody did. Maybe the ranger.
Yes, I do. My range ranger. Okay, let's
Alright.
do nature. What is
Yeah.
nature again? What skill is that?
Nature.
I know. I'm saying, is it wisdom? Is it intelligence? I don't remember. Isn't it wisdom?
Wisdom, I think.
Oh.
You know, we might have skipped over that very important part.
Plus 4, so 10, Nathan.
We
I
could have
got
put
it.
it in parentheses.
I got a 10.
Right, that's
Yes. On these character sheets, for your proficiencies, unlike other ones, you have to write it in, and
Yeah,
it
it's
does not.
intelligence.
Oh, intelligence. So plus
I'm gonna leave that like that. So we can
plus
see it.
-1. So I got a 5. 7. I got a 7.
Right. So you've not actually seen one of these before.
Alright.
I don't think.
And for these character sheets that we're doing, one of the disadvantages is everything is handwritten in, and for proficiencies, it does not tell you what skill because you write in the proficiency itself.
So probably what we should have done is put in parentheses after the skill, which the capital letter of the attribute that it references.
Good
for
thing
the
we know
bonus.
now.
So,
Yeah.
Good thing we know.
so one of the
about
things
that.
we're trying to do is make sure that we only have one piece of paper per character. Which
Because it-
means, like, even filling out spells, we're already running, like, the wizards are already running out of room, and we're at level 3.
Yes, and
Yeah.
it gets very, very, very cluttered on the page whenever we do this. But it's working out. It will work out. We'll be good.
We'll figure it out.
We'll make it work.
Yes.
Alright, so the troll has a dozen of these, we're just going to call them bats, hanging on his body. And as Durnan slams into it with the greatsword in the first round of combat, several of them, they look kind of like bloated and full, just kind of like fall off of the troll back down into the well, because the troll's climbing over the wall, and Durnan seems very practiced at confronting creatures climbing out of the well, and so he's already striking it even while it's still perched over the lip there. And so let's just clarify which, just name by first name or the main name, which character is actually going to be involved in combat.
Xanardi Geed.
Let's just do first name. You're giving me a full name.
That's just his name. Is Xanardi Geed.
Let's just do Xanar. Or do you want to do the full thing?
I mean, you can write down Z. I mean,
Zan.
Yeah.
I'm going to do Xanar. Is it Z-A-N-A-R?
Yeah.
This is mostly for initiative tracking, so.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Xanar Akid?
Yeah. You can write down however you want. I'm going to say his full name every time.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
And then also, was Mouther involved? He was writing a firebolt?
He's writing a firebolt, but
We'll go
only if
ahead and
everybody
roll.
else falls.
And go ahead and roll
Do
initiative.
you want
for those guys.
Lakaelin to also roll?
I just need to know who's actually involved.
Lakaelin's involved. I think Dondo. Okay, so Jose, he's backing away. I feel like Dondo is gonna probably sneak up just a little closer. For like a kind of like be stealthy, you know. Hide inside
So
the crowd.
almost all the patrons in the bar are fleeing and hiding.
Mm-hmm.
So if your characters are not going to get involved in combat, then do not roll initiative.
Jose's getting away. Dondo is gonna be approaching.
Alright, so basically we'll go ahead and roll initiative for anyone.
So Xanardi Geed has a 21 with a nat 20. And then Malther also has a 21.
Okay. Dondo
Roll.
got a 16. Lakaelin got a 6.
Xanardi Geed has a 21.
You rolled
Okay.
2 nat 20. You rolled what? You just not rolled a nat 20 for him though.
Yeah, I rolled a nat 20.
You tied. Don't.
You tied on nat 20s? That's
Yeah.
crazy.
11. So it'd be Xanardi Geed, then Malther. Both at 21.
So Mothra will be second.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter.
So I just got the only 2 rolls I've done for Xanardi Geed so far have been nat 20s.
That's good.
Yeah, they're both for initiative. I probably used up all my.
Who rolled a 20 or a 16?
Dondo rolled a 16. Lakaelin rolled a 6. Lakaelin is slow to start because she's trying to focus on how to like make her light spell
Useful.
change, like a spectrum. I mean it is because of her like ethnicity. Not ethnicity.
It's
because of her
ethnicity.
heritage. It's because of her heritage that she even knows the spell. So like she's really channeling her inner self or her inner ancestry to say, I really, really, really want this nose to be a rainbow. Like, see the rainbow, don't taste the rainbow. You might smell the rainbow though.
I don't know if I want to smell a troll's rainbow.
So many. I can't word. All right. So yeah, Zach. Do you know what you're gonna do since you're obviously going first? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Xanardi Geed has
I'm
his.
asking. Is he going first?
How would you know?
I figured.
I
Since he rolled
haven't
two
even
nat
told you
20s.
the initiatives of the others.
That's fair.
Yeah, that is
Alright,
definitely.
and which
fair.
one went for? I had her.
Xanardi Geed went first.
and then Mouther.
Malther, yeah. Both at 21.
Right. And then. Okay, perfect. So Xander will go, then Mather, then the troll.
Oh boy, the troll's faster than Rondo.
Alright, Xander is up.
Alright, he's.
Why don't you describe what you're
yeah,
doing,
exactly
and
what
I'll
I
call for rolls.
Yeah. Xanardi Geed is. He's like mid-air jumping with his falchion raised. Falchion? Which one?
I've always called it a falchion.
I'll go with the falchion. He's got it raised over his shoulder. He's going for an overhead strike on this troll.
Oh, he's gonna race over the troll.
Yeah, I mean he's like leaping through the air. He's got some good legs with that acrobatics.
And as you're approaching, like Jernan's hacking at him as well. And Jernan's like, "Back! I'll handle it. Take care of the sturges." Yeah, pointing towards the bats. Anyways, so go ahead and make your attack roll. Or you've already rolled. What did you roll?
Yeah, I rolled a 13. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, he's gonna go for the Sturgis.
Okay, so instead of like attacking the troll, he'll do the sturges.
It'll probably be like one of those things that he can't really switch his trajectory, but he's still like able to hit a Sturgis.
You were jumping in the air. The sturges are actually airborne, so they're actually closer than the troll.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
while you're midair, you can just strike at one.
So he strikes at one with a 13.
All right. So because it's fluttering and flying, and you switch midair, you just barely miss one of the sturges, and the 3 sturges have kind of flown towards you. A couple of them have fallen off the troll down into the well, there's still about like probably 8 or 9 attached to the troll that are like plump and full. And
Plump.
yeah. All right, so that misses. You kind of like land, and the sturges are kind of like flying like towards you, so to speak.
Okay.
And then Mather.
Malther, he fires his firebolt at the troll.
Is it Mather or Mouther?
Malther.
Oh, okay. He's gonna fire the firebolt towards the troll.
Yes. Let's see this. Yep. So that would be a non-natural 20.
Okay, yeah, that hits. Give me damage.
7. I don't think I have a modifier. 7.
What's
You
your...
just roll a dice in.
I did.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, okay, it's just a straight roll.
Yeah. 7.
7. Okay. All right. So
fire.
as the fire kind of arcs through the air and hits it, Durnan's like, "Oh," and his eyes kind of like light up. He's like, "Once I get it down, douse it in lamp oil and then hit it with the fire again."
Malther.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's next?
Next is the troll. So the troll is going to swing at Durnan, and then it just has these like sharp fangs and it's like biting at him.
Oh my goodness, that's terrifying to think of.
I rolled a crit and 2, so all 3 attacks hit, and you got a crit.
Oh my god, which attack crit? Did this bite crit?
No, it's one of the claws.
Okay. I feel like... Man.
Almost didn't have enough dice.
There's a lot of
Wait,
combat
what?
in this tavern.
You almost have enough dice for this, Nathan?
I almost didn't have it. Oh man, I rolled 2 6s, 2 5s. Like it keeps going. Okay.
Who's he attacking?
Plus 4. Durnan.
Okay. Then it doesn't matter.
Durnan dies. Durnan's completely dead.
Durnan doesn't die.
He's not dead. Is he on death's door? Is he...
So with the crit, it did 35 damage.
35 damage on the crit? This is Nathan. This is a first combat encounter, and this thing's
Yeah.
3 attacks.
It's
on
a-
the
it's-
first.
it's a
Basically,
violent.
Durnan is a human, and
And now he's infected with the disease.
Durnan is a human, and now he's just mush.
the claw attacks, other than the critical, the bite in the first claw attack landed against his chainmail armor, which is like visible now under his clothes. He has some sort of like really fancy chain. Now his clothes have been like shredded in the front.
Yeah.
And then the other claw actually draws blood on him, like this on his cheek.
Really big, like a
on the
giant
critical,
claw
and-
gash? Or what?
Yeah, like on his face. It like nearly
wow.
missed his eye, and his ears kind of like lacerated a little bit. So,
Alright.
so it was a pretty significant slash that avoided his armor.
That sounds like it.
The Sturges are going to attack you guys. So I think Xanar for sure was facing off against this Sturge.
Yeah.
And then
But Kaylin's just a little bit further back, so the Kaylin really hasn't moved since the light
so she's
stopped.
further back. So then we'll say Malther and Dondo also get attacked. So the attack against...
Oh, damn, Dondo's hidden. Darn it, I meant for him to be in stealth, but he's not in stealth. I'll note that next time.
Alright, so the attack, we'll do Xanar first. That misses.
Alright, and Dondo has an AC of 13 whenever you attack.
Okay, I'll do Malther next. Critical.
Oof.
Alright, so Malther, a Sturge flies right towards him.
He's already shrieking.
We need your dice, Nathan. You're rolling too good off of that. I guess you better roll 2
and
20s.
I don't know if you guys can see, but last time I was using my blue dice, I have switched to my favorite dice.
I wonder why.
Although my blue dice and these dice, I use them for DMing because they both tend to roll lots of 20s. So.
Okay. That's super funny.
What's that?
Oh,
did I switch dice?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I thought you were reading something in chat.
No one said anything yet.
Okay.
You're
So
wrong.
6 damage.
Okay, good.
6 damage on a crit.
Okay, and...
What?
Oh, wait, was it crit? I only
Yeah.
rolled 1 dice. Hold on.
Why?
Add 2 more. 8 damage.
There
Thanks,
you go.
Thanks, Kale.
You're welcome. Let's just retcon the damage you take. Oh, never mind. You're down. All right. Next. Who's
And
next?
also, when you get attacked, it has actually buried its sucker
Yeah, those I
into
love
you.
those.
It's like got into like your arm through your clothes,
Jeez.
and you can feel it's like kind of like sucking your sustenance.
Sounds like whenever you're donating blood, like you can feel it coming out of your arm. Imagine that, except you're not donating.
That makes me very uncomfortable.
You're not. You know what? I bet if you squeeze the Sturge, that your blood will just get pumped back into your body. That's how you're safe yourself.
That's how you get a blood infection. It's eating other people, you know.
Let's just hope they have the same blood type.
Okay, and then I also haven't rolled the attack against Dondo yet. So
Okay. He has an AC of 13.
I rolled a 1.
Hilariously. Hey!
Alright,
Can we describe how
Durnan is up
badly it
next,
feels?
but if you want to go ahead, we'll do Dondo's right after him. So
Okay.
you can take Dondo's turn, and then I'll describe what Durnan's doing. And then you can.
Sure.
So
Dondo-
there's a Sturge that like went for him, and what does he do?
Dondo, being really, really awesome in the way that he is, he dual wields short swords. I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Is he within 5 feet of Malther?
Who?
Dondo.
No.
Okay. Can Dondo get within 5 feet of Malther?
Yeah.
Okay. He's gonna get within 5 feet of him, so then he can get a sneak attack damage.
Okay.
And then
the,
he's going to attack the
Sturge that
Sturge.
just missed him. It's an attack of opportunity.
Sure.
And hits.
He literally runs by it just to attack it. From
It
the
latches
same
onto
side.
his back, and it's attached to his back. So both of you have these things clawed into you with its sucker in the back, going down his spine and rib cage.
Okay.
And it does 5 hit points of damage.
5 damage. Okay.
And it's now you both have them attached to you, and you run up to Malther.
Okay. He gets close to Malther just to chop at his own back. So if he hits, then he'll get extra damage. Because he's basically just, I guess narratively, he's trying to run up to him so he can kind of use you as cover against the things against
That's
him.
on his back.
So he's going to, can I just say that he like runs into, like he just like pile drives himself into the ground to crush the Sturge?
The one that's attached to him.
No, the one that's attached to Dondo. He's just gonna like fall back on top
So
of
you're
it.
changing his plan of helping Malther?
He's getting close to Malther just to like slam on the ground.
With
Slam what on the ground?
Slam the Sturge on his back on the ground.
Like he's gonna belly, like
he's
back
going
flop?
to back flop on the ground.
I think the
But
point...
I mean, he's gonna like cover up his head. But he's basically like running up to Malther just to like pile drive into the ground. Basically, once it's stuck to him, he's just trying to kill it.
I think the point that he's trying to do is that rogues have the 5 feet, the benefit there.
I'm power gaming is what I'm doing.
What's it, sneak attack.
Can I sneak attack it by
No,
pile driving
you
the
can't
ground?
sneak on it. It's actually behind you. You
Can
can't
I-
even see it.
Can I?
You can only feel it.
Can I body slam?
It's inside of you.
Yep. I want to body slam while it's inside of me.
Okay.
Is
Alright,
that possible?
Give me an
DM?
attack roll.
DM. All right.
You can do your dexterity.
Add dex mod. Am I proficient in body slamming? Am I proficient in body slamming, Nathan? Yes or no?
Are you have acrobatics?
Yes, I do.
Sure.
And athletics. All right. 11.
All right.
You miss.
You miss.
I miss. How do I miss a thing attached to my back knee?
You actually trip and fall
Because it's
forward.
like squirming around and it's fairly scrawny.
So I think I just dug it in further.
You trip, fall forward, lose a foot, and then die.
Oh,
No, that was last night.
that was last night, Zach.
Okay, no.
Come on. Rest in peace, Sylvester.
Okay.
So
So while this is all going down, you're flopping around on the ground with his Sturge is like still like just like sucking into your back. All right. I should probably never do that again.
probably
Yeah.
not.
So,
Malther immediately like.
so
he's-
Durnan is now wailing into the troll in the meantime.
All right. He gets
Uh,
4 attacks. I heard 4 dice there, Nathan.
Yeah, he has multi-attack.
That's not multi-attack.
Oh, you guys
That's-
probably heard
that's
my
like
reputation
Level
that
20
Durnan is a
stuff.
retired adventurer.
That's like level 20 stuff, Nathan.
Yeah, Durnan is.
I mean, if he's a fighter, he has to be at least level 16.
He's kind of a god.
Holy cow.
Sounds like a god. Yeah, he's gonna do some damage. Oh my! Are you still rolling on this?
So while we wait for this math to happen, Malther, he was originally pretty terrified with this Sturge in his arm, and he was kind of like flailing it to get it off, and then Dondo starts flailing on the floor, and he stops and just watches, and he's like,
Wait, hang on, Nathan.
"What?"
Mm-hmm.
Can Kaelin, can the color of the troll's nose change based on the amount of health it has left? So like it's green to begin with, and then it changes yellow, and then it changes red as it's about to die.
Well, it's not quite Kaelin's turn yet because the half-orc female has jumped in. So if you're gonna cast a cantrip on her turn, you'll have to hold it for one more player action.
I mean,
so
no.
Yagra charges in and. She ignores the Sturgis situation and just rushes up to the troll, and
I just realized.
starts pounding on it
With her bare fists.
Why not? The troll has the hide of a troll, and so it's ineffective.
She's like, why isn't this working?
I think Kaelin has a spell to recast.
All right, Kaelin, being the smart person that she is, casts command on the troll.
I forget what command does.
He has
Is
to
that
make I believe an intelligence saving throw against her spell save,
Yeah, it was.
or have to follow a one sentence command.
No,
Or
one word
It might
command.
be just one word command.
It's like 4 different commands. It's like stop.
What do
walk
you
forward.
command? You have to say one word and give it a command. What do you do?
Sit. I tell it to sit, and I point at it. Spell save DC is 13, by the way. I'm clever. I know. Thank you. Thank
Hold on.
you.
I'm not sure if trolls actually speak common. They don't, so it
Does
doesn't
this troll?
understand your command.
Maybe this troll is a
Wait.
scholar
Oh, do they have
in
to
a
speak a
past
common
life.
language?
Yeah, we were communicating with it by giving it orders, and so you tell it to sit, but it doesn't understand.
Do you happen to speak troll?
You'll need to mark off one of your spells.
I might accidentally have casted it on our ogre. Then no, I'm kidding. Okay. Mark off one of my spells. One.
All right,
Okay.
Xanar.
Wait. Bonus action.
I've already.
No. I'm saying I get a bonus action and movement. I'm just gonna get closer.
No, you don't get a bonus action movement. You only get bonus actions if something gives you a bonus action. You don't get them by default.
Well, I mean, you get an action and a bonus action.
No, you don't.
But I'm not gonna use my bonus action.
You get a
technically.
movement and you get an action. You only have bonus actions if something gives you a bonus action.
Oh, something says this takes a bonus action to use.
Yes, exactly.
Well, that makes sense. But I mean, of course. But yes, I am just going to move closer.
Yeah, casting the light cantrip takes a full action.
Well, I'm not casting light.
So you're moving closer
I am moving closer.
towards what?
The
Closer to what?
troll.
You're gonna ignore Durnan's orders and go to the troll.
Kaelin has approached the troll. She's not gonna be within melee range, but she's close enough.
Okay, so
She's
staying
within
out of
10
melee
feet.
range.
She's within 10 feet.
Okay, so she's gonna stay at polearm distance.
Yes, where she can attack and it can't. But
Okay,
You know,
Xanar's turn.
okay.
So, and let's just clarify that currently there's a Sturge stuck to Dondo
and to Malthar.
and to Malthar.
How many are in the air?
There's one other one that has not attached. I think it missed its attack.
Yeah, I think that's the one Xanar
Oh yeah,
he's
against
going for.
Durna, whatever his name
He's going
is.
for the ones in the air?
Yeah,
Alright,
he's
go
gonna
for
leap
it.
at it.
Wait, you're not gonna look at your arm and do this? You're just like, "Hurrah!"
No, it's Xanar.
This is oh, Xanar. I'm sorry. I was thinking Malthar.
You fool.
Too many R's.
It's 11.
Yeah, no, this is a wily one. And he's going to attack you on its next turn.
Nice.
Alright, Malthar's up. Are you going to move anywhere? Or...
And he's leaping, so I mean, he probably lands somewhere a little bit
So he's
different.
landing, he's challenging it.
Yeah, he kind of foiled his. It didn't quite reach, was what happened.
Okay.
Now it's Malthar. So, he's been watching this Dondo fiasco train wreck for
Oh, Donald just pile drove the ground and ended up hurting himself more than what he hurt the Sturge.
for a good 6 seconds, and he's like, "Oh yeah, this is happening," and he's like, he just kind of grabs, not really grabs.
Did she
the
squeeze it to
Sturge.
put the blood back in?
No, he tries to
Alright.
put his hand around the
He's
Sturge's
very
head,
smart.
and then
Okay.
casts Firebolt.
Okay,
It-
so technically it will take your action to detach it.
No, he's not detaching. He's just Firebolt.
He's just
Are you going to
firebolting
firebolt
it.
right on you?
Yep.
If it's like this, he's doing it like this. So it's not gonna be in his
Alright,
direction. but
roll damage.
He is firebolting himself.
for
Oh,
roll
wait,
damage, or
right away without
Yeah, no,
rolling?
you're going to auto hit it because it's right that you can't miss.
nice.
D10.
Yeah.
Actually, why don't you roll a dice 20? If you roll a 1, you hit yourself instead. But otherwise, you hit it.
All right. Yeah, we're fine.
No modifier.
No modifier 2.
Okay. You hurl a mote of fire at the creature object within range. On a hit, the target takes 1d10 fire damage, and you rolled a
2.
2 fire damage.
Not enough to kill it, I'm sure.
A flammable object hit by the spell ignites if it isn't being worn or carried.
Is it flammable?
I think
just
skin is pretty flammable.
I believe your clothing is flammable, so your clothing's
it's
on
not being
fire.
worn or carried, but I feel like that should still.
I don't think he has any. Like
He's not wearing anything. He's just completely
No,
naked.
he's got like one of those like low cut tunics.
That's on fire. Also, the Sturge is dead.
Nice.
Its hooker is still attached into you.
Yeah.
And
Squeeze
it's kind of like just hanging there, that's like smoldering with this like awful stench, and your clothes are on fire.
I believe
So
it.
go ahead and take 1 point of fire damage.
Oh god.
Yes. Ethan. Yeah, Ethan tomorrow he has to work super early, and that's why he's not here. But he will. Well, okay. Next Friday we're not gonna be here, but he will be here hopefully next Saturday. If not, we're just gonna be doing this kind of session.
I'm out of town next Friday night, but I will be back for Saturday night next week. So next week we will just have a Saturday night session.
And I don't have a life, so I'll be here.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
We've not contacted Ethan yet for next weekend, so we'll try and actually if somebody wants to message him, we might know by the end of the stream.
Possibly. Yeah,
One of
let's
these-
do that.
Let's message him and see if he's free Saturday night next week.
Yeah, sure.
Or if he needs a ride.
Let me just send a message.
And then Zach, your comment?
One of these weekends it's just gonna be me here with the lights off, talking into the microphone as though something was going on.
Just a Zach ASMR.
Yeah,
That's all
it
it'll
won't be creepy. I promise.
It will not be
You
creepy.
might just do that from your house.
Yeah, you could just. Yeah, I'll just let you do that.
Just give me the wayward dice username and password.
It's fine.
We'll become an ASMR live
Okay,
stream channel.
back to what we were doing.
My firebolts. The Sturge.
Back to D&D.
Alright, I think we're gonna give out inspiration dice for
Hang on.
for humor. But only for funny humor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Kale.
I've said nothing funny this entire stream.
That's not true.
Okay, go ahead, Zach. Wait, Nathan. Who's next?
I don't know. Third base.
I'm just... No, that's not what I'm asking.
Alright, so Mouther, you have slain the Sturge and taken damage. The troll is up next. And he attacks Durnan again.
Poor Durnan.
Oh man, misses all around this time. So Durnan's got his number. So yeah, I rolled terribly. And then also the Sturges. So the Sturge that was in you has died.
Yeah.
The Sturge that is in Dondo sucks more blood.
I love the
5 damage to Dondo.
Ooh. I'm down to not actually that low. I'm a little bit below half. All right.
How much blood? How much damage have you taken?
I have taken 10 damage out of 18
Okay,
HP.
so after this last round,
Uh-huh.
it is like filled with blood, and it's like you can feel it like pulling out of your back,
That's such
and
a
like
thought.
it starts flapping and flopping and flying away towards the well.
Okay, is it Dondo's turn?
Technically it's Durnan, but we'll do Dondo just for the narrative.
Okay. Dondo grabs it by the snout, sticks it back into his back, and squeezes it to put all this blood back in.
I'm not
That's
sure that's
his
actually
idea.
physically possible.
It's definitely possible in his mind. He visioned it, and he was like, this is going to work. And he grabs onto it and squeezes the blood back into his body.
Okay, so to grab onto it will be a grapple check.
Okay.
So give me an attack roll using strength.
Am I proficient?
Yes.
12 plus 3, so a 15.
Alright,
Is
you
15
grab a hold
hit?
of it,
Okay.
and what are you doing with it once it's grabbed? You're trying to like poke yourself
I
in
am
the back?
taking it, and wherever I feel like it is, I'm going to take its snout and jab it into my back and squeeze all the blood that it stole from me back into my back.
Alright, just looking at the picture of a Sturge, the snout has a pointy end on it, so you
Okay.
take 1 hit point of damage.
1-8. Okay, sure. Do I get all my blood back?
And I believe the damage for an unarmed attack is 1.
It's, yes, plus your strength mod, and it's plus 1, so I dealt 2 damage to it.
It has 2 hit points, so you
All
squeeze
right.
it, and your blood is now splattered all over your clothes, inside your clothes,
And
and
inside my
you've given
back?
yourself another wound on your back, but it's not actually inside your skin because your aim was off. Mainly because you don't have eyes in the back of your head.
So I just kind of jab myself and pop the blood bag. Is what I
Everywhere.
did.
You're holding a dead Sturge.
Is that my entire action?
In the meantime, yeah, you can still do your movement. In the meantime, Durnan has
I stay
been
there.
critical hitting the.
Again? Oh, he got a
gonna
crit.
take all my d6 for
Did he
his
get-
greatsword.
Johnny got a he got a crit.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Oh, and for crits, I think we're gonna go deadly. For crits, we're gonna use the lasting damage.
Are you gonna do that on NPCs as well?
We're gonna do that on everything.
Okay, sure.
So you
Yeah,
get
it cuts both ways.
We should probably print off a PDF of the entire crit
I
table.
got a DMG. I'm just gonna. I guess I can always write it
Okay,
down.
yeah, you
but
can
I'm
add
just
it.
gonna.
Okay, perfect.
I'm gonna sticky note that it's on page 200 and something.
So,
wait a second while we wait. For
So
me.
once again, Malther, his clothes on fire and
oh
part of
yeah,
a scourge stuck in his arm. He's just once more baffled by the stupidity
I was
of
gonna say,
Dondo.
my thought is literally you're sitting here also being attacked, but you just killed it with fire, and Dondo just
You're still on fire by the way.
Yeah,
I
like
jabbed
his
myself.
arm, a little bit of his tunic is still on fire, but he's not even bothering to put it out yet, just because he's watching this ridiculous situation with Dondo.
We previously had a critical hit. Who was the critical hit?
a critical hit on Durnan.
On Durnan, yeah.
On Durnan?
Yeah, on Durnan.
And then now Durnan has.
Oh wait, hang on. He also took a crit.
No, I didn't. Oh,
Yeah, you did. You took a crit from the Sturge.
I did take a
So the
crit from
first
Sturge.
critical hit. Okay, so we're gonna comic book back in time. Comic book time.
Retcon time.
We're not gonna
We're kind of
do anything.
retconning.
We're just going to clarify what these criticals were. I said for Durnan.
Is a slash on the face.
Yeah.
He loses an ear. I feel like that's very appropriate.
From a narrative perspective, the
He's got a festering wound.
All right. And Zach.
Because he's got a troll flag nail fungus on his face.
All right.
From
and then
from a
for
narrative
you,
perspective.
roll a d20.
All right. From a narrative
Oh,
perspective,
boy.
this can be seen from like
That's a D12.
we're in a.
D20.
I know. They can 16. We can see this from a point of now that he's calmed down, kind of like just watching this whole thing. He kind of realizes
That
Oh.
he realizes.
Festering wound. We'll move
You
Durnan
roll the
to a
festering.
minor scar, I think.
what is a
This is a
festering
hero.
wound.
You roll.
It's a wound that's going to
Become infected. Be very gross looking.
if you're I'm just gonna read this. Festering wounds. Your hit point maximum is reduced by one every 24 hours
Ooh.
that you have this wound. So let's go ahead and in parentheses where your hit point maximum is, next to it, write
Minus one
less.
per hour.
So every day it's going to drop by 1. If that ever reaches 0, you're dead.
Is
If
there
your
a-
hit point maximum drops to 0, you die. Your wound heals if you receive magical healing. Someone can tend to the wound and make a medicine check once per day. After 10 days of successes, the wound is healed. Or you can get magical healing.
Oh, our literally our ranger has good berry, so just you eat one good berry and your
Or
your
the
festering
paladin
wound is
with,
fixed.
with the
Yeah.
Oh, lay on
Healing
hands.
hands.
1 HP. You're good now.
no 5. Give me 5.
Well, they
as
have
a
5, but we'll allow her to spend.
Wait a second,
spend
wait a second.
increments of 1.
Wait a second. If his HP goes, if his max HP goes down 1, is it permanent? Or whenever he gets healed, does it go back up?
I think it's permanent.
I think it's permanent. Yeah, erase the parentheses. We're just gonna drop it permanently.
We just wait.
That was from a Sturge, right?
Yeah.
that's
So their Sturge wound is festering. Go ahead and where you have the parentheses.
Yep.
Erase that.
Uh-huh.
Just make your maximum hit points.
yeah.
You
Because
just
I mean, you're
lost
gonna
one
get
forever.
healed, so just put it down to 12.
Well, until you level up, anyways.
Yeah. Fair. Okay.
Oh, you guys are gonna counter way more Sturges now. All right.
Oh my gosh.
So there's a slight.
Fight 10 Sturges at once.
All
have
right,
to
so
cast
Durnan
fire.
has critically hit. Why don't you roll for Durnan's attack, the
Sure.
d20 for his lingering injury?
His lingering injury on Durnan's attack is definitely a 18. Decapitation. Never mind.
Minor scar.
Minor scar.
Yeah, and it even says heal and regenerate removes the scar, and trolls have regeneration. So it's like
He just gets like this like slash like right in his chest, and then it goes away at the end of his turn. All
this
right.
fight's gonna drag on. Kill it faster.
I'm trying, but I'm on fire.
Literally. Yes.
Okay, and then Lakaelin will finish out the round.
All right. Give me a second. I've got to look up a spell.
Which spell?
Hunter's Mark. But I also have it right here.
Kaylin has Hunter's Mark. Oh, she's an avenging.
Hunter's Mark. Deal an extra d6 to the target when you hit him with an attack. It is a concentration bonus action. Okay, so she's gonna go chippity choppity. Your head's gonna go loppity.
This is an example of where the spell gives her the opportunity to make a bonus action.
Yeah.
She casts the mark on it, and then she can still make an attack.
Perfect. So she's gonna cast Hunter's Mark, and then she screams, "Chippity choppity, your head goes loppity!" And she rolled 16 to attack. Does that hit?
Yeah, it hits.
Okay, and she deals.
1d10 plus
I
what's her
almost
mark?
rolled a d100. That would have been much more exciting. She deals. Words. Yeah, she deals 12 damage to it.
What'd you roll, a 10? What's your 2 strength?
Yeah, yep. She deals... Oh, sorry. She deals 13 damage to it.
So 3 from
3 strength. Yes. Does it die? It dies, right?
Hold on. So you did a total of how many damage?
13.
Sorry, well, I've had to erase the numbers twice now, so...
Okay.
I was doing the math 3 times in my head. 3 different sets of numbers. Alright, I think I got it correct. No, it's not it.
Oh,
no, it's a troll. Not an orc.
Well, fair. I mean, still.
Alright, so you hit your mark with your spell. Great job.
Thank you.
Here,
Thank you.
have a pink dice veiled one.
Oh, great.
Also, that's for the Loppity.
Yeah, loppity. Your head goes loppity.
I'm not trying to encourage you in that. But
His death literally has to be decapitation.
Oh, I think
now.
we skipped from the Sturges.
We did. Oh, by the way, it's
Xanar got attacked by a Sturge.
Zach.
Oh, it missed. It's just fun. So this Sturge is like got a bad
This Sturge is-
sucker. It's like
been hitting him, but kind of just bouncing off.
Yeah, he jumped at it. He missed. It came down. He kind of like knocks it out of the way.
Oh, by the way, Jose has been kind of sitting in the back, like eating some noodles to this and drinking tea as well. There's no more.
Jersey's putting bets on who's going to win, who's going to kill the most Sturges.
Oh man, he can get some inspiration, but he's not in combat, so we don't have an inspiration box. Just with like an eye up the top.
Yeah, here.
Do you want an inspiration die for him? I need to get 2 more inspiration die. I think
I'll leave it like right here on my.
I feel like I'm just gonna keep my inspiration to the side because I'll just use it on whoever.
And remind me not to. We can put it on our character sheets.
Well, because I mean you can give it off. That's why give it away. That's what I was saying. That. Okay.
Oh, and also inspiration die can be spread around. Do you want to have up to 3 each, or should we just stick with the 4? You can have a max of 2 at a time.
I think max of 2.
And
That works just fine.
You can
for me.
give inspiration from one player to another player, so
Perfect.
I think you can move it around.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So just inspire a greatness in yourselves or something.
I like it.
So the Sturge has failed. Xanar.
Xanar Yakid, he's jumping once more at the Sturge that just missed.
So no one can hit the Sturges.
18.
That hits.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Deal 2 damage.
Is this with the falchion?
Yes. 6, 4.
Versus 2. Success. You chop it in half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even have to do them all.
How much damage did you do?
It doesn't explode in
A lot.
blood because it is not full of blood. Alright, so you kill it.
All right. It's completely dead, I guess.
Mouther, you have a festering wound, right?
Yes, he does. Does Cure Wounds potentially help at all? He's still on fire. He's gonna put out the fire.
Up fire. Okay, you spend your action putting out the fire. You still have your movement.
Yeah. He's gonna retreat from the fight. And
Back towards the ranger.
yeah.
Yeah. He's just kind of sitting back, like probably on top of the bar eating noodles.
Juzi is a first and last name. You could just refer to him by
Jose.
first name.
I'll probably say Jose. I think it sounds much better than just Ju. He might say Ju.
I mean, I would assume Zhu is his surname.
I mean, he
Does-
does pretend to
Does
not know
Mouther say anything
common.
to you as he approaches?
Health, help, hurt, pain.
Help, hurt, pain. Oh, you're saying that because Ju?
Yes.
Ju definitely just like he just like has like this like little tiny bag and he like hands it to you. It has 10 good berries in it.
You eat all 10 of them? You glutton. Alright, you get 10
no,
hit points.
just-
Yeah,
eight
you're
of
quite
them.
the glutton.
He keeps 2.
So there's 2.
Okay.
You have 2 good berries in a sack.
Can I? Do you care if I roll initiative for him in case I want him to be in this battle?
No.
You don't care? Or you're telling me not to?
There's no need. You guys aren't in combat at the
Oh,
moment.
he might cast Fog Cloud on the troll, so.
Okay. We'll just wait on
It doesn't matter. Okay,
so
go ahead.
the
It is the
festering
troll's
wound.
turn. He's going to keep swinging away at... Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
The festering wound. Am I still gonna be losing 1 maximum HP, or do I not need to?
That's
get
magical healing.
Oh, I think it's per
Good berries.
day. That's
Oh.
per day.
Yeah, good berry is magical healing anyway, so it should be fine. They restore 1 HP per good berry.
I don't think they cure wounds though. Cure diseases.
Yeah, do you take the last two and kind of like rub them into the wound? Or do you want to save them back?
Last 2 saves him. He rubs into the wound. Yeah.
So good berry spells used up. Did you mark one good berry spell?
Yeah, I already did, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so we'll say the festering wound is now a post-festering wound.
Just a wound.
It's
Less
just-
festering.
Yeah. And then
It
you
is a
take-
festered wound.
So if you gave yourself 8 hit points, you can give yourself 2 more.
Yeah, he did.
Okay, is he back to max?
Yeah,
Well,
he's got 12. Yeah.
Max minus
Oh,
what he,
he
one
almost dead.
from what he used to be.
He was almost dead.
How many did he have left?
4.
Oh man, I am so good at this. Alright.
I can master. Go ahead, Nathan.
I know. I think he's hit twice. Oh, 7. Alright, 2.
He did have 13, but.
Just the troll is attacking Durnan once more. The innkeeper here.
Mm-hmm. Okay. This innkeeper is a freaking, like, god.
Yeah.
So is the troll, but
You don't just
Not nearly so.
not nearly as much.
not just anybody owns the yawning portal.
Not just anyone owns the yawning portal.
21 minus 9.
21 minus 9?
12.
That's a 12, yeah.
I'd imagine Durnan is actually like some sort of really
Wait,
old
why
player.
minus 9? Is that a troll's modifier? He just gets a minus 9 to
No,
every attack?
I'm still doing math. This is my backwards math. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I'm adding to subtract hit points. Okay.
Oh, I gotcha. Wait, oh, he has 12 hit points left? The troll? Durn.
No, what are you talking
Oh,
about?
God, Durnan's dead.
If you want to DM this adventure, I'd much rather play a character.
Nah, okay,
I
okay,
haven't read the
continue.
spoilers yet.
Continue, Nathan.
Alright. The Sturge. You killed one. Have we killed all 3 Sturges?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
yeah, he killed all
I
3.
think we did, yeah.
Durnan's whacking at the troll.
He crits 4
two,
times.
2 more hits.
Oh, okay.
And several more Sturges go flying off. Also, he's whacking at the troll. Frequently, he's actually hitting the Sturges, and some of the Sturges are being cleaved when he's whacking the troll. They're almost serving like some kind of armor
That's...
where they're absorbing the blows.
It makes me
and
feel
then,
kind of uncomfortable to think that the Sturges have probably also been sucking, like, the troll's blood.
And trolls regenerate. Every time he has a turn, he's regenerating hit points.
So, like, I think Dondo's kind of disgusted at the thought that he thinks that he just now pumped troll blood. You know what? This might heal him. This might make him become part troll, and he'll regenerate.
That's not how blood works.
Dondo's actually kind of excited.
It's his turn.
Dondo's intelligence is 10. Do I have your permission to lower it down to 9?
What?
Do I have your permission to lower Dondo's intelligence down to 9 from 10?
Why?
Why?
Because of his actions. Okay. Dondo is gonna walk up and put his hand behind Malthar, and he's gonna just take his short sword and go stab into the troll.
Malthar isn't
Oh,
nearby.
Malthar ran off. I'm sorry. Sorry, I meant to say Durnan. He's gonna run up and literally like just put his hand on Durnan and stab toward the troll.
Okay, attack roll.
Cool.
You know, Dondo really just needs to die.
What did he roll?
A natural 1.
Oh, he hit roll damage. You hit Durnan.
And also I get 2d6 because I have a friendly person near me, which is the sneak attack. So I just not sneak attack Durnan.
Nah, just do 1.
I think I sneak attack Durnan. Is
I mean,
that
you did
is that
come from
okay?
behind.
Can I? I'm not trying to like it. I'm just trying to play it where it seems like it makes sense because he probably wouldn't expect it.
Whatever, that's fine. So you backstabbed him.
Oh my god. Okay.
13 plus...
13 plus 1. He deals 14 damage to Durnan. On accident. He literally...
I said get the Sturgis!
He literally, he's trying to stab the troll, but I guess he just has terrible coordination.
So fortunately, his
chaotic evil, this-
chainmail has deflected the blade.
He's
So
chaotic
you didn't kill
evil.
him.
This totally makes sense. What?
So
just
you
say-
did not kill him.
Oh, I think you said you did. I heard
Yeah,
kill him.
I'm trying to speak here, 'cause that's my job.
I heard kill him.
His chainmails deflected the blade, but it's totally lacerated his beautiful shirt, which was already lacerated in the front. So now you've made the back match the front.
Oh, so it completely blocked it. Completely?
He's wearing high quality armor.
Yeah, Jersey, he's
Hit points are more like bruises. Not
Yeah,
like
I
actual
gotcha.
wounds,
Yeah. in the back of the tavern, the yawning portal. Jersey's recently now, just now, put a bet on the fact that Durnan is going to kick Dondo out. Just as soon as it's done.
Killed Dondo.
So Yagra finally lands a blow on the troll.
What is she hitting with? Is she still trying to punch
She's
him?
still punching, so I
Oh
think
my
she does
God.
2 hit points. We'll round up to 3.
She deals 3 damage.
All right, and then Lakaelin.
Lakaelin.
Hunter mark is still active.
Yeah. She's just gonna take her halberd and go. Troll. More like an ugly face mole! And she's gonna chop at him. Nat 20.
You roll double damage plus your extra d6.
2d6, correct? Because it's a crit. It'll be 2d20s and 2d6 since that's
What
part
does
of my damage.
Hunter's mark say?
Hunter's Mark says you deal an extra 1d6 of damage per attack that you land.
No, so roll your 2 dice 10
And 1d6
plus
then?
1d6,
Okay.
and then add your modifier.
114. I literally dealt
You get to
more
reroll
damage.
ones because you have great weapon fighting.
Oh yeah.
5 and 8.
There you
Cool.
So you went from 2 damage to
17
13. This is why great
17
weapon
damage.
fighting is awesome.
17 plus 3. So she deals 20 damage.
I'm going to verify the hit points on the troll on here.
Nice.
What did he have? 20 hit points?
Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had
Oh.
exactly 20 left.
Okay.
Alright, so you land the killing blow. However, it's a troll, so it's not actually dead yet.
Wait, what did she
So
say again?
you bury your halberd into the troll, and it flops
Troll.
to the ground.
More like face mole and chalks at him. Okay.
Alright, so he goes down, and now Durnan's like, set it ablaze! Set it ablaze while it's down! Xander's turn.
No. Good timing.
Xanar Yakid he doesn't have anything for fire,
shoot.
does he?
Oh, shoot.
There's a lamp on the table. He can just douse the lamp oil on it, like you said earlier.
Is that somebody else's lamp?
It's Durnan's lamp. He told you to do it.
Okay, yeah. He grabs the lamp and just busts it over the troll's head.
Alright, the troll is now covered and doused with a lamp
It's
oil, and it's
Malthar.
Malthar's turn.
Malthus, he's talking with, what was it?
Jose.
Yeah, he's talking with Jose about things.
And he hears the glass break and looks and sees the troll's down.
And, that's
it's within range.
Yeah. Oh, that's my my cue. You just cast fireball.
It's cast
Okay.
firebolt.
Because the troll is an immovable object, you can go ahead and roll with advantage.
Nice. That's gonna hit. Doesn't really matter.
Probably, but try again.
Same roll. Nice. So 21.
Oh, okay. Alright, so the screams of the troll echo through the yawning portal as the fire smothers it and gives off the most terrible stench. Her halberd is kind of in it,
Mm-hmm.
and Durnan sticks his greatsword in it, and he's like, 1, 2, 3, and he starts to heave it up towards the well. And what does Lakaelin do? She assist?
She continues while making sure that she focuses on making his nose stay the same
Continues.
color. Oh, light is still in effect, so
No. Did you hear what I said?
yes, heave him up. I'm saying she's still making sure that his nose is lit up while this is happening, but she's doing that.
I don't think
She's
her
pushing him
focus
forward.
is that splittable.
She's pushing him forward as well.
Okay.
With
Yeah, the light spell's still going.
Okay.
Good. That's what I was making sure of.
Oh, okay, alright. Yeah, I was confused. Alright, so you are going to assist him in heaving the troll
Yes.
back down the well?
Yep.
Alright, so this smoking corpse just falls down the well.
Can I see how far the well is since his nose is lit up?
Yeah, I can lean over and look down there. Yeah, you just kind of see this trailing light, and it kind of starts bouncing, and then eventually you can't really see the light.
Oh my god! How did this thing
A
climb
minute
up?
later, it's boom.
How did this thing climb up?
Very carefully.
It has claws. It has claws the size of like Wolverine.
Yeah, but like, I'm just so it just climbed up.
Not claws comparable
Okay,
to Wolverine's claws. The size of
Lakaelin,
Wolverine himself.
It's got proficiency in player character killing.
Oh, nice. I think what Caitlin says, I think we should follow this evil to the root from which it came. To anyone who's listening. Like, she's like looking down the well as she says this. It's probably just like echoing down as she says, I think we should follow this.
Xanar, the nearest character, just looks at her and says, "You know, if you try to say something witty one more time, I'm going to push you down this well."
Dondo says, woo. Guys, that was a tough one. I'm glad that we killed that. Together.
I think he killed 3 Sturges.
Dondo killed 1 Sturge.
Yeah.
So,
His Sturge, actually. He did nothing. And he also stabbed them.
So was there one person that didn't participate? He
Yeah,
gets
she
no
was
XP, but the others can all get 15 experience for the Sturge slaying.
15.
15 for
Wouldn't the Kaylin
Sturge.
get like quite a bit for killing the troll? She did get the final blow.
Oh, I think Durnan did most of the troll slaying.
But anyone who participates technically should. Okay.
No.
Never mind. I'm not gonna argue. Alrighty.
Okay, so the troll. Let's add 300 experience each for the troll.
Nice. Not including.
Yeah, we'll go
Cersei.
ahead and give it to him because
Aw.
he participated just as much as the rest of you.
Yeah, he put bets on them all dying. But luckily, he also put bets on them all killing 1 Sturge each, so he broke even.
And the justification here is we want to level up quickly so we can die to dragons instead of orcs.
I like the idea of that.
Or trolls. Alrighty.
And 15 for each Sturge, right?
Yeah, so totally should have added 315, except for our 1 non-combatant who just got 300.
Okay.
So that should be what, 3,015?
Yep.
30, 15. Perfect.
Experience, everybody loves it.
Oh man, I cannot imagine like.
So as the troll is like now gone, people are starting to like move back and like upright tables and chairs and stuff, and it's been kind of quiet while people are like, if you have like drawn out blades and like there's a couple like bows that have been like knocked, but the combat was over in like less than a minute, so Jordan made quick work of it, and basically Durnan's going back to the bar. He's actually got like a wound. He's kind of holding himself in blood, and he's kind of like leaning his like great sword, and he's like, "You fought well," and he like walks off back towards the bar.
Lakaelin's
and
gonna
hangs,
heal
hangs
him.
up the great sword.
Lakaelin's gonna heal him on his cheek.
Using what?
Lay on hands.
How many lay on hands is she going to use?
5 times her level, so she's gonna heal
That's
him
15,
for-
but I asked how many.
Yeah, 10.
Okay.
By 10. So she's just gonna lightly rub his face, and then kind of tickle his chin, and it feels amazing.
So it's like a really
And it
almost romantic moment. It's like you fought well, and she just slowly
feels
reaches
super
forward,
good.
and his cheeks are going.
Oh,
right
by the way,
in.
she has gloves on.
And then he kind of realizes what's going on.
She
He's
does
like,
have
"Oh."
gloves on, so she doesn't.
She'd
spread.
have to. I think she may have to remove her glove to actually lay on her hand. She does not lay on gloves.
But Nathan, if you imagine a paladin, they'll have like metal gauntlets on, and they can still heal.
Yeah, so they take off the gauntlet and they slap him across the face, and then they slap him again with the actual hand.
Except that she does that, but in a very, very essential way. So she's wearing a glove, she rubs him, and then realizes that she's just rubbing him, and then she takes off the glove.
That
and
would be
heals him
only
with her
be like
hand.
possible if this was magical in nature.
It is magical in nature.
Okay, very
It's
well.
lay on hands.
You succeed.
Yep. Okay.
All right. So a jovial sort of looking man who seems like really relieved that you guys have slain the troll pushes his way over, and he looks like this.
Oh man,
Another human.
he looks very rich.
Yeah. And he pushes himself through like the crowd and kind of like approaches you guys and says, "You be adventurers, am I right? I could use your help. Let's find a table to talk, shall we?"
You just approached us in a tavern and said we're adventurers because we killed something.
Mhm.
I think I agree.
All right. So you guys agree to go to a table.
Dondo laughs.
You already have 2 guys at a table. You want to rejoin them?
Dondo laughs,
Yeah.
grabs a beer and a massive chicken leg. like an ostrich leg, but
You
the
sure it's
D&G
not hard
equivalent.
cider? I think it's hard cider. All right, and on that note, we're gonna go ahead and take an intermission because I need a break for a few minutes. The combat was exhausting. So, and we're out of tea.
Yeah, we do need more tea.
All right, so yeah, we'll be back in 5 minutes. Sound good?
Sam,
Oh yeah, less than 5 minutes.
All right,
You don't
perfect.
understand.
We'll be right back. Hello everyone, back from our intermission, and yeah, pretty much we're starting right where we left off.
Alright, so after helping Durnan slay the troll, and successfully slaying some sturges that were attached to the troll and flying around, Durnan has returned back to his position behind the bar counter and hung his greatsword on the wall. And a handsomely dressed man has approached the party and asked to speak with them at a table and buy them a round of drinks. Okay?
Ooh, Walter's definitely
The
into
figure
that.
who approached you strokes his mustache, adjusts his floppy hat, and tightens his scarf. Volothamp Gedarm, chronicler, wizard, and celebrity at your service. I trust you've noted the violence in our fair city these past 10 days. I haven't seen so much blood since my last visit to Baldur's Gate. But now I fear I have misplaced a friend amid this odious malevolence. My friend's name is Floon Blagmar. He's got more beauty than brains, and I worry he took a bad way home a couple nights ago and was kidnapped, or worse. And his voice starts to crack.
Okay.
If you could agree to track him down with all due haste, I can offer you 10 dragons apiece now, and I can give you each 10 times that if you find Floon. May I prevail upon you in my hour of need? And for reference, a dragoon is a gold piece in Waterdeep.
Okay. Lakaelin says, I think we all as a whole accept your mission.
Zenari Kid goes, now hold on, wait a minute.
No, hold on. Why is there... What reason
accept
have
your
we not
mission.
to help him?
You
Wait.
what?
Xanar just says, I agree to help him.
Oh. Lakaelin's like outwardly confused at why you objected, just to agree. I think Jose doesn't say much. He's kind of like, eh.
Did he nod or something?
Dondo, he'll say, I think. How much gold again? Or how much?
How
How much again?
You can say gold.
How much gold again?
Yeah, and he's almost like tripping over himself. He's pleased that you've accepted so quickly. That yes, and he starts he tosses little small sacks of coin to each of you, and if you peek inside, there's gold coins inside. He's like, and I'll give you 10 times this each. Should you bring him back alive?
Can I have 2 times this for now?
He's like, that's what I have enough to. I have some coppers to buy you a round of drinks, but I'll pay you the rest once you. I need Floon. This is just as a thank you for accepting the offer.
Dondo is visually confused, but doesn't say anything after that.
Juracy kind of raises a finger and says, so you say if we bring him back alive, we get 10 times. What if we find him dead? Or worse, imprisoned in a jail cell. And dead.
I'm pretty sure dead is worse. Oh, okay, and dead. Okay.
His face kind of falls, and he's just he gets out a handkerchief. He's kind of wiping and dabbing at his eyes, and he's like, well, just bring him back to me if you can. Even if you only can bring back word of where he is or how I might find him, I'll pay you a lesser amount. But if I want him back alive, I will pay good coin to have him back. He's one of my closest friends. I want him back alive with me.
When does your offer expire?
I'm afraid he may already be dead. If you can't find him, I guess I'll try and find someone else who can. But the way you handle the troll, I'm sure you can find out.
We certainly can help. Yes. Well, thank you, but I don't think I need any gold. And she hands back the gold. She's a paladin.
Okay.
Part of her, is no, I get
doing
the greater good. So
paladin
she's
does
going to
that.
give back the.
Have
gold.
you already spent your inspiration?
No, I have not. I have my inspiration for her left, so it's fine.
And Xanar again interrupts and says, now she doesn't speak for me, and he hands back the gold.
I think she gets 100 experience for that.
Wait a second. You're just trying to be better than me. You know what? As a paladin, she's not even gonna have any kind of qualms with you. It's just gonna be okay. Do what you want. In fact, I think she commends you and says, "That's the right way to think."
Yeah, don't talk to me like that.
You're a good person. Thank you.
Yeah, screw you too.
She's 100 experience.
I think the tea's probably done steeping.
You're so hostile. I
Just make
love
sure
it.
to remove the tea bags before you bring it over.
It's oh my goodness.
You can use one of these spoons.
Yeah, I know. I love how outwardly hostile you're toward someone who's just so nice.
He's extremely chaotic.
Apparently, is this the wizard?
No, this is the
Who is it?
Xanar Ikid, the barbarian Kalashite
Oh,
human.
yes.
Oh yes, that one.
Yeah.
The desert boy.
Awesome. They're like polar opposites.
Pretty much, you've got a
Oh,
neutral.
yeah, 10 gold for
Okay.
everybody, right?
Yeah. So everybody add 10 gold to their.
Except for Xanar and
Well,
Paladin.
not to Lakaelin.
Yeah, Xanar and Lakaelin, because Xanar also gave back his gold, but he doesn't get experience because he's
Right.
not being a good person.
Okay, so
He's just doing it for
all right,
fun.
and then he's like, man, and he didn't even have to pay. Yeah, I still don't get it, but.
Yeah.
So he says, Floon, he's barely past his 30th year. He's quite handsome. His
course he
hair
is.
is kind of like a strawberry blonde and wavy. When I last saw him, we had been out for the night, and he has very fancy clothes on. We were dressed up for a night of merrymaking, and we went to the Skewered Dragon. It's kind of a tavern of ill repute, but we don't get bothered there too much. So that's in the dock ward.
You like sugar, Nathan?
All right. So if you you might check at the Skewered Dragon. That was 2 nights ago, and I'm afraid he's gone. But if there's any chance he's still alive, we must find him today.
All right. Well, now that I have some tea, I think I'll go.
Is she drinking tea?
She definitely just got some tea, put some sugar in it, and is holding it in a very, very fancy way.
Well, it's really good with that cream.
But Juzei's the one that gave it to her, by the way. Because Juzei is very...
He's a tea drinker.
Yeah, she's a tea drinker.
Definitely not a stereotype.
Amanda likes her tea with just the sugar, not the cream sometimes.
Oh, you have to tell her I like it.
All right. So do we know where this place is that he pointed out to us?
In the dock ward.
Okay. I think Lakaelin says, all right, I think we're going to get some rest here, and then we'll be headed out in the morning. How does that sound?
I think it is morning.
Then we'll be headed out in the afternoon. How does that sound?
Xanar slams his fist on the table and says, "We're gonna get some rest here and head out in the afternoon. No, the evening."
So you guys are not going
I mean-
to go look right now?
Power game long rest.
You can't take a long rest. So you guys are gonna like sleep in the day and like be awake at night, like Batman?
I think since we can't power game right now, let's go immediately.
You say that in character?
Let's go
You
immediately.
can't take a long rest. You're in
No.
like a loud tavern.
Let's not power game and let's.
Plus, you just got a good night's sleep. It's probably like physically impossible to immediately fall asleep.
Immediate departure is our most.
You could take a short rest.
Malther is done. Malther and Jersey are both done with this whole situation. They're already out the door.
Yeah, they're already leaving.
No, they're already out the door. They're not leaving.
Yeah, Juzei is gonna walk with Malther. And Dondo is just gonna kind of stick around thinking he's stealthy. Well, like hanging out.
He doesn't know who he's hiding from. He's just hiding. But he's not even hiding. He's just standing there.
How tall is how tall is your guy that's sticking around?
Sticking around. Man, Xanar Yukid. I don't have that written. He's probably your normal human height. You know, 7
So
something.
five-
Or 7.
7 foot.
Sorry.
Normal human height. He's just Shaquille O'Neal.
Like 5.
Okay, let's consult the map. So
Okay.
This, of course, is out of Malther's pocket.
Malther, let's consult.
you're gonna hold your end.
Yes.
All right, so you guys are like right in here
Yeah.
at the yawning portal, and then we'll say you just get directions, or he tells you directions. You just go down Snail Street right here.
Okay.
Down Snail Street, and right down here between Fillet Street and Net Street, it's in there in that.
Oh,
block
so that's
right
like
there.
a 20-minute walk,
if that.
if that. Okay.
Yeah. It depends on traffic, probably.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Yeah, I gotta watch out for the semi trucks.
So
It's almost rush hour.
Nathan.
The streets might be slick with ice.
We have a ticket to ride, but we just don't care.
Could you also pour some tea for me, Zach?
I don't know, can I?
It looks like you almost can. Kind of shaky.
Alright, so is
You have to
everyone
put
meeting
that
up
back
outside the yawning portal then?
Yes.
Yes.
I believe. I think everyone else is like halfway there. In fact, I think we all meet up down there at the place we're headed because of the fact that you were very, very.
Alright, so you go in there directly. Did you
Yes.
guys? I guess you didn't take a short rest.
We did not take a short rest because we realized power gaming was a bad thing to do.
Taking a long rest is not possible, but I did say you could take a short rest.
I guess yeah. Probably. I
I
guess.
mean, if you want to sit around for an hour, like finish your drinks and snacks, and you may spend hit dice to recover hit
Yep.
points. Do you remember how that works?
Yep. Oh wow! I rolled 2 8s on. I restored all my health.
How many health were you missing?
I was missing 11 health, and
And
now
what's your
I'm
Constitution modifier?
con mod. Oh, this is my dwarf. It's +2.
So why don't you just take 10 and be short 1 and only use 1 of your hit die?
Oh, I thought you decided ahead of time, like how much you were going to spend.
No, you roll
and then
1
you
at a time.
Okay.
No, you have it backwards.
Okay.
You roll 1 and then you decide whether you want to roll another.
Okay, perfect.
That way you're not wasting them.
And yeah.
And the three dice whatever should stay.
Yeah.
You just put a tally.
Yeah, I
on
know. I
each
put a
one.
tally on the remaining thing.
Then on a long rest you erase the tallies.
None of my characters need to rest. They're all. I didn't actually expend anything.
Yeah, 'cause
no.
my guy
But what
just
about
healed you.
what about for damage though? Didn't one of them get their blood sucked?
Yeah, then you got
Oh,
the,
he healed,
the
yeah.
good berries.
Right.
He just literally downed an entire pouch of
Okay.
berries.
So you guys have been going down Snail Street. Okay.
Is it
And
a
then-
slow one? Like a slow
Yes,
traffic?
it's very treacherous. There's a lot.
That's
Continue.
a
You
lot
don't
of sugar.
need that kale.
Yeah, I was just getting just one scoop.
That was 2 scoops.
Anyway,
Oh, I didn't put. I
You
didn't put
need
different scoop in
cavities.
before this. I didn't put different scoop in before this.
I have a mouthful of fillings. And cavities.
Okay.
Alright, enjoy.
Thank you.
I put that much sugar in my tea yesterday and it was like undrinkable.
there's no such thing as too much sugar.
Okay, continue.
Europeans invaded America just for this.
Yeah, so you go down Snell Street, it takes you about 15 minutes. Then you're going to have to turn left to go off on Fillet Street and to the block. Man, I love how funny you
He
are.
just rolled a nat 20 on his history check. Haha. Okay, continue. Around
Look.
the block.
I like history.
As you turn a corner, you find yourselves on a street that has been cordoned off by the City Watch, which is Fillet Street. Lying on the cobblestones are half a dozen corpses, seemingly the victims of some terrible skirmish. Watch officers have disarmed and arrested 3 blood-drenched humans and are in the midst of questioning witnesses. One of the officers sees you guys and says, "Get along. Nothing to see here." And then she waits to see and make sure that you guys actually go on.
What was
on
the
the street.
What was the name of this guy's friend that we're saving?
By this guy you mean Volo?
Yeah, Volo's.
Volo's friend's name is Floon. You're looking for Floon.
Floon, right. I thought that was, for some reason, mentally, I thought
None
that
of
was
the
name
corpses of the
Silver.
blood-soaked humans who are arrested have name tags that say Floon.
Can we get, Xanar walks up and he like slams the table, but there's no table there, so he just kind of like fist pumps in the air.
Yeah.
And he says, have you arrested anybody by the name of Floon?
And none of the 3 guys look at you.
I think Lakayla walks up behind him and puts her arm on top of his shoulder. And he's taller than her, so she goes, like, she kind of reaches up and says, "Hang on, I might be able to get this done." And she walks up and she probably, never mind, she does not poke him with the, I was going to say she pokes him with her halberd, but that's an extremely aggressive act that she does not endorse. She's going to approach from behind and kind of like...
She can't approach from behind.
Why?
Because there's one
Not
like
from behind the watch officer.
Oh, yeah. She approaches the watch officer.
Yeah, but yeah, you just can't sneak up behind her.
Okay. She kind of like waves and says, "Hello, I have a question to ask."
Why are you wearing a veil? Show yourself.
Xanar's just
I have... it is for religious reasons that I do not show my skin. I apologize for any inconvenience, but I would appreciate it if my individual values were appreciated. Is that...
She
too much to
points
ask?
to the corpses It says, "We're looking for the killers. We found 3. There's more that fled. We're conducting an investigation. You must show your face. You don't have to show it to anyone else, but you must show me."
She kind of like looks around, and she says, "If you must," and she lifts up her face, and she lifts. Sorry. She lifts up her veil. She doesn't just like look up in the sky. Her eyes start glowing.
As
Okay.
Xander leans in to get a look.
So
It's green.
okay. Yeah. So she has green skin, and eyes.
Wait, didn't the troll have... Wait, are you playing a troll?
No, I'm not playing troll. She has green skin, and her eyes shine like radiant sunlight that you might see in the morning.
Like topaz.
Yes, topaz. It is,
And her skin isn't green.
and she's an extremely.
It's emerald green.
She is an like extremely beautiful person. With imagine like Aya Sakura with way better eyes, and like yeah. So she kind of like does that, and then she puts her veil back down.
Okay. And the city watch officer was kind of like,
Have my babies.
God.
"What's your charisma?"
It's 16.
She's probably taken aback by your beauty, and she says, "What manner of woman are you?"
I feel it is inappropriate currently with the circumstances to disclose that information.
Okay. And she's kind of like, okay. And then,
Like
anyways, she's
shaking
like,
out of it.
move along. And
Mhm. Oh yeah. Also, Michaelin is like you can see like her muscle definition through her clothes that she's wearing. She's got 7. Her strength is better than her charisma. She has 17 strength.
Beautiful.
I feel like. Okay, never mind. Okay. Sorry.
because Bruce Lee was like really strong, but he wasn't. Like,
Yeah, fair. Okay, fair. Okay.
Did,
So what was her response to me? Oh, I thought
She said to move along.
Okay, move along.
Did Xanar get a view of this veil?
Yeah, I think I told you she had green skin, emerald green skin.
Yeah. Can he poke at the face?
Oh, like through the veil.
I mean,
just
I mean, she's like wearing a hat, so then imagine like a beekeeper mask is kind of the way I'm thinking.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like a
It's-
beekeeper
it's
hat,
a-
you know,
it's
you
a
got the
veil.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was thinking like a wedding veil.
yeah,
Like this.
sort of like that.
Yeah.
But
So he's gonna poke at the face.
I'm thinking more of like a Islamic veil.
yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
Oh, like a burqa?
Maybe not quite that. Like, we're definitely not including burqas in our game, but like a burqa.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, she kind of like sits there, and as you start to poke, she like takes your finger and bends it backwards,
Oh.
and her strength is surprising. Like it hurts really bad, I'm sure.
He's
And
more
she
impressed.
she kind of pushes
He's
you
in a lot of
away,
pain.
and she says, "Please do not."
you take 0.25 hit points of damage,
Really?
rounding down.
She then like looks over at the officer. Not just her eyes, you know, like she moves her face again after the lady says move along. She says, "I still have a question to ask you."
Quickly.
Yes. Have you found anyone by the name of Floon?
No. Now move along. We need to conduct an investigation. We need to question those who were here when this happened.
Malthor starts moving
And-
along.
And then you guys know that between Fillet Street and Net Street is
Mhm.
the place you're going to. So Fillet Street's been blocked off by the City Watch, and Net Street's the next one down the street on the left. So
Alrighty. So she continues onward. Yeah, I guess we all continue. Is it okay with you? And it's okay with Dondo, who's trying to be sneaky, and Jose doesn't really care. If like Aelin leads the way.
Jairus is trying to lead the way.
So we should go ahead and
All right.
discuss the marching order.
Okay.
Do you guys want to go in like 2 columns with like 2 in the front and
Yeah.
then 2 in the middle and 2 in the rear? Like paired off?
Yeah,
2-2?
sure.
So who's in the front? Jurassy and
Jurassy.
Kaelin.
Jersey and Lakaelin?
Mm-hmm.
Then who's bringing up the rear?
Jose and Dondo are probably gonna be in the back.
Malthor's
In the middle.
middle.
With the
and
other one?
So is Anarchy, yeah.
Okay. Alright.
Xanarchy.
Cool, got our marching order. Alright, so you go and turn left and head down Net Street.
Okay.
Alright. So as you turn down the street, tall, densely packed tenements leave most of the neighborhood in shadow at ground level. On this street, most of the street lamps have had their glass smashed and
It
their
is
candles
daytime.
stolen. And it
It is
smells.
daytime. I think. I'm sorry. The smells of. Go ahead. I apologize.
The smells of salt air and excrement linger as you pass by rows of rundown buildings. Remember the buildings, the first word was tall. They're so tall they've obscured the sunlight. Because they're probably like 3 stories tall.
Okay.
You're in a city.
Fair enough.
Okay. So they're so packed together that the sunlight is like lighting up the street you're on the top floor. So the bottom 2 floors are not being illuminated by the sun. So it's darker than normal. It's like an alley.
Are any of your characters wearing hats?
Well, one's wearing a veil.
No. I mean like a different character.
Zanardi Keats got. It's not like
Do you have a turban?
not a turban. I can't think of the exact name of it, but it's
Like headgear?
yeah, it's one of those ones that it kind of like wrap. It's kind of
Oh,
like a
like
schmuck.
they drape it and they put like the little ring thing on it?
Yeah, like
Okay.
that.
While we're walking,
Desert headgear.
Desert
while
headgear,
we're
that's what I
walking, Kaylen says, hey, "You said Xanar." She says, "Hey Xanar, I have a question.
thought. Yeah,
What's your favorite color?"
he doesn't answer.
He doesn't answer. Okay, she makes his hat thing glow a bright white while we're walking.
He
through this dark
immediately
area.
throws it to the ground and pulls out another one, puts it on.
I think if it's an unwilling target, they get a save.
Yeah, they do.
Anyways, let's not get distracted.
Okay.
Alright, so as you do that, you get some illumination and like the sign above you.
Uh-huh.
The nearby shop stands out from the others. It has a deep purple facade.
Okay.
And in its window hangs a stuffed beholder. A kind of small stuffed beholder. Shriveled up. Above the door hangs a sign whose elaborate letters spell out Old Zablob Shop.
Old Zablob shop.
Mm-hmm.
Do any of our characters recognize the word Zablob?
I think the character that's from Waterdeep has possibly even been in it before.
Oh yeah, Malther's been everywhere. I'm trying to find the name of that darn hat, but but Malther's he's been pretty much everywhere for a number of reasons, and
It's just everywhere.
nothing suspicious.
Everywhere in the city. Okay.
We'll say you know that there's a gnome that works in it.
Yeah, he knows a gnome. He's like, hey guys, there's a gnome. I know.
Wow, astounding memory. Let's go in.
I have a very distinct voice.
I guess we file in 2 by 2. Is that a decision that I can make?
Is that a Noah's Ark reference?
Probably not. I was thinking more like we file in 1 by 1, but we're not 1 by 1.
That's just your marching order. If you go into a door, you go
I link arms with Alton. Sorry, with Gerase.
Jersey.
Jersey.
It's like Jerry, and you put like.
Yeah, Kaylen links arms with Kaylen links arms, and then Jose and Dondo, like they don't even look at each other. They're just kind of just walking. They don't dislike each other. They just don't have any reason to care.
All right, so as you walk in, a cloud of lavender-scented purple smoke trails out of the shop's door as you peer inside. Every wall is painted purple, and every dusty knick-knack on the shelves is dyed a deep violet. The hairless old gnome sitting cross-legged on the counter wears plum-colored robes. His cheeks are decorated with 9 purple face-painted eyes.
9.
Mm-hmm. The gnome lowers a pipe and exhales a cloud of lavender smoke before raising a hand. Hail and well met. Come browse the shelves of the most curious curiosity shop in the world.
Yeah, save it for the next group, Malther says.
Salty.
Yeah, he's been in here before. He knows this guy. He's a friend.
Kaylen says, I apologize for him. What do you have for sale?
He kind of displays around. All of these curious curios.
What curious curios are on the walls or in the building that we can see?
Lots of things.
Oh.
Lots of curious.
Is there like
curios.
a stuffed beholder toy?
It's not a toy. It's a stuffed actual beholder.
Okay. How big is it?
Like this big.
Like a mounted beholder. Okay.
Minus the stalks.
Okay. Dondo. He looks up and he says, "I'll give you 2 in gold for this one." And he points at the.
Oh, that's not for sale.
How about this one? He points at a different stuffed beholder that's across from the room.
There's just one. It's not for sale.
Oh, it's just a mirror.
Just a mirror.
He points at a mirror and says, "I'll take that one." How much for that beholder? Pointing at the mirror, of course. I love the idea of playing just like an absolutely stupid character.
Basically, stuff on the trinket list can be purchased here, and we didn't actually roll on the trinket list for our characters.
We didn't.
roll
Maybe
any
we could right
trinkets.
now, and then we can just assume that we have the gold to buy it, and we bought it. Yeah.
You just want to buy trinkets here.
Let's buy trinkets for no cost. D100, right?
I'll roll 2. Let's say
Okay.
Jurassic doesn't have any trinkets.
Dondo's gonna steal his trinket. He steals a
roll.
24.
To stuff
It's
beholder
a
toy.
stone disc that's multicolored.
Oh, he definitely thinks it's valuable. Do I need to roll for the stealth thing to steal it?
Sleight of hand.
Yeah,
No, these are like starting things.
that dealio.
No, Curse of Strahd had trinkets as well, right?
No slit. Yeah, it has gothic trinkets. I feel like this store would probably have gothic trinkets before it had
Yeah, I
like,
just
regular ones.
don't remember where the trinkets are on this.
Just go a couple pages and either it's in the back.
I don't see the list.
Honestly, it's kind of interesting.
210. Got it.
It's kind of interesting because unlike a lot of the other adventures that they have, Curse of Strahd actually like has like stuff that's meant to develop your character.
Right. I like his multicolored stone disc though. That's really cool.
That's definitely a fitting one.
All right, let's do. We'll just alternate. Zach.
69 for Malther.
Is it? Can it be glass so then I can like shoot light through it and it's like
No.
It's opaque. It's a stone disc. Yours can shine light to it though.
Oh, what is it?
It's a crystal doorknob.
Crystal door.
Definitely cast light on that and I get like a rainbow.
It's actually his parents' doorknob. The last thing they left him.
before he stole it from them.
No.
This goes in your treasure on the back.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like for like Kaylin, I probably shouldn't roll on the gothic ones, maybe, but Jose would
No,
definitely.
I think we should for sure.
Okay, Jose, 21.
It has a tiny music box that reminds you of Karatur.
All right. Hang on.
You just put Karatur music box, but it's really small. It's like ding ding ding. ding.
Now let's roll on the gothic one for Jersey,
Mhm.
who's totally actually got one. I didn't say he didn't have one before. 91.
He has a pouch. His coin pouch is made out of actual flesh.
Can I reroll?
Is it like beef jerky, like unseasoned beef jerky, so you might take a snack on it here or there?
I don't feel like that's very fitting for Jersey.
What's Jersey?
A 91 is a needle that never bends.
That just feels weird.
Okay, you want to roll
I
it?
feel like that makes
Yeah.
sense for my rogue.
The gothic. 41.
I've only rolled ones after my D10 so far, D100 so far.
So you know those boxes that have insects inside of them, like pinned to it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's one of those filled with dead moths with skull-like patterns on the wings.
Sure.
That makes no sense.
All right.
What was it, 41?
Yep.
All right, and I guess we're gonna go with the claim.
Box of skull moths.
Yep.
You gonna roll
Moth
for
box.
hers?
Yeah, the Kaylin. She got a. Once again, I rolled a 1 on my 10th place. I rolled a 91 like he did. Which
You have
means.
a pouch made of flesh.
No! She is a paladin.
Wait, hold
71.
on. Jurassic, doesn't he keep tokens or souvenirs from his enemies? He turned one of their skin into his coin pouch.
Can we have just both of them?
Hey Nathan, my 4th one
Yeah.
on a D100, so 71.
Alright. We'll make skin pouch. Could it be just not maybe a pouch made of skin, but just a pouch full of different enemy skins?
Alright, what's my Kaylin trinket?
Foreskins.
No. No.
Yes, a pouch
Full
for
of
skin.
Four skins.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so
Okay,
pouch 4.
So you have
skins.
2
Okay.
sheets of music.
Okay.
It has a fragment of a beautiful song, so it's not the full song, but there's musical notes written on 2 sheets of parchment,
Okay.
rolled up and in a tube.
Alright. And then for
I
Zanari Keed.
I literally wrote
Oh,
down.
do we have one more?
Yeah, we got one more.
I literally wrote down 2 music sheets of music.
Don't get so excited.
We're done. Go ahead, Noah.
Here, roll this. You'll get a 1.
7.
Nice. Oh, by the way, it's 11:58 right now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We're getting nearer.
We could always end here and then pick up next week.
What a wonderful plot development. Buying trinkets.
No. Starting with trinkets, but just retcon.
We can go to the Skewered Dragon next. Or I don't know how we are on time. Let's do. What did you roll? 7.
7, yeah.
Who's this for?
Zanari Keed.
And what's his class?
Barbarian.
All right. He's got dice made out of knuckle bones, so they're bone dice. And they're special dice where it normally has the 6 dots on it.
Yeah.
It has skulls instead. So they're like skull bone dice. So if you roll like a 6, then that shows a skull on it. And then a 5
Nice.
is 5
Alright,
dots.
let's see if we get our skull real quick. We got a 1. We didn't get a skull. That's good. Probably.
Right, so you guys gonna file on out. You guys come back here later if you want to shop.
We
some
literally
more.
walk in, one of our characters steals a trinket, and everyone else buys
Yeah,
one.
or you like buy stuff for like cheap amounts of gold.
Oh,
Anyways,
I-
that's your starting trinkets.
Alright, perfect.
Okay, so you go further down Net Street and then turn down an alley, and not far from the old Zoblub shop. The Skewered Dragon looks like a ruin. Both of its front-facing windows are smashed in, and a ship's anchor is lodged in the roof. Through the windows, you can see a group of haggard patrons drinking from huge tankards.
Jose says, this why it named Waterdeep.
What?
This why it named Waterdeep.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
Zanari Keed says, well, this building seems very, what is the word the kids are using these days? Relatable?
We out of tea?
Yes, we're now out of tea.
I think I had like 3 cups.
Relatable. Alright.
Jose he kind of nods and slips one of his noodles.
He's not a racial stereotype, no.
No. He literally he has like 3 cups at all times. One of them is just a cup of water. The other one is a cup of soul essence, and then the third one is a cup of noodles. But they're like water bottles with like caps. Like imagine like what this looks like, but this is just the cap. You know. Noodles. Soul. Water. You know, it all makes sense to him. Also, he does pretend to not know common sometimes. Just to let you know. I probably shouldn't let you know. Alright, so...
So you guys are still standing outside the Skewered Dragon?
Yeah.
Alright,
Still on the fly.
Making small talk.
Kaylin, she says, she looks up, and she kind of walks up. You said that there's a group of people outside, or inside?
Through the windows, you can see a group of patrons drinking from tankards.
Oh, okay.
They're inside the tavern.
Kaylin, walks up very, very politely, and opens the door instead of going through a window. And she just kind of walks in. Dondo is going to sneak through a window and hide in the closest corner you can find. And Jose is just going to stick with the group.
Jersey is gonna, actually walk through the door as well. Zanari Keed, just to spite, what's her name?
Kaylin.
Yes. Hard to say that. Just to spite Kaylin, does go through a window. And Malther, to avoid being, drawn attention to, is just going to walk through the door.
And just as a side note, I think we're still playing this like we played Dark Sun and most other games. We're role playing really heavily,
We are.
and we're not actually
Progressing far.
Yeah, we're not really getting through the
Alrighty.
story, which I'm happy to role play.
Yeah.
But if we want to do a lot of dungeon crawling,
Mhm.
we may do a lot of role playing inside of dungeons that we never crawl, or we only crawl and we don't actually complete.
Can I roll for this next because it's all I know how to do?
So we might beat the first level of Under Mountain by April.
All right.
I don't doubt it.
All right, so you guys go inside, and
Yeah.
what do you do once you're inside the tavern?
Lakaelin is going to approach the group of people.
Okay, I mean they're just kind of scattered around.
Oh, she's going to approach a group of people. She walks straight ahead and walks into the nearest table that has more than one person.
Walks into the nearest table.
She walks into the nearest table, and she kind of bumps into it.
Spills a couple of drinks. There's like cursing, and like Dark looks at her like, wench.
She takes out a piece of copper for each of them and hands it to them.
And one of them like spits in the coin.
She promptly takks the coin away, puts it back in her
Guy's
pocket.
not wanted here.
She puts it away,
Veiled one.
and then she pulls out a different piece of copper. And sets it in.
Malther takes the opportunity to like grab her hand, put it back to her pocket, and says, "We're terribly sorry. She's special.
I am definitely not special.
She's special.
In fact, I'm somewhat sure.
What are you doing here? What is her goal? Have you met anybody by the name of Florin?
1 second. Hang on.
It's like spoon, but with
Floon.
an FL.
Yes,
Floon.
Hang on real quick, though. I do have to clarify that he did ask me what we were doing here after he said that he was more in charge. Thank you, but I am in the lead here. I and my party
You struck a nerve.
is here to talk about a unknown character named Floon, and any information you might have about him or her, whichever it may be.
It's a him. Malther says.
She hands you the piece of copper that was spat on and says, "Your kind is not wanted here," and like sticks it to
Like
your
I
arm.
said, special.
We're
She
still
sticks it to your arm.
role-playing.
I'm trying to advance the plot.
Go ahead. Yes.
Yes, you asked about like, do you guys want to recount what Volo said about like Volo and Floon drinking here and then leaving?
Yeah.
If they have any clues.
Yeah, that's exactly what Malther does.
Yeah. It's word for word.
So they look at Malther and they're like, "Oh yes, a couple nights ago we saw those two leave here. Yeah, spoiled rich nobles. They don't fit in here. They should go back to the castle ward."
Alright, keep the hostility down. We just want to know if one of them died.
From
Nothing big.
From a table kind of like across the way, somebody had been listening. Kind of like puts down their tankard and said, 5 men, not regulars here. Follow them out.
Malther kind of shrugged and goes, "That would have been nice to know a bit earlier, but alright, thank you very much, kind stranger. Don't know why I'm trusting you specifically, but where did they go? Who will they be?"
I like to imagine you're just like looking around the room.
They've not been back since, but one of them had a snake symbol on their neck. And there's a warehouse over on Candle Lane, and just look for the snake symbol on the door. They frequent that area. I've seen them over there. I work in Candle Lane sometimes.
And what do you do for a living?
He like points behind him against the wall. There's like a broom. He sweeps.
He makes brooms. Now
He pushes a broom.
let's go find Teaspoon.
Candle
She casts light on the broom, and the broom starts glowing. Okay, go ahead.
Alright, and the tavern patrons are starting to get hostile because she keeps spilling drinks and like casting like spells, and she's like veiled, and the barkeep is like, "Out! Quit bothering us!"
Oh, okay.
Please get her out of here.
As we leave, you see Dondo sitting at a table drinking with some people, and Lakaelin kind of approaches and is like, "All right, let's go," and then they leave.
My damage here is done.
I think she has pamphlets.
We'll
of like,
say your character, Malther.
Malther.
So it's like Walther, but Malther.
Malther.
Okay, perfect.
Nathan.
He knows where Candle Lane is.
Oh, by
'cause
the
of your
way,
feature.
He knows everything.
Lakaelin, since she has a very, very different religious focus, I think she has like pamphlets that she hands out to people, and she hands out pamphlets.
As a
to some of
paladin,
the
we need to
patrons.
actually pick your.
Yeah, her god
goddess.
is that was the planetar. Oh, I figured that's what we were going off of.
No, planetars are servants of gods.
Oh, so it's whatever my planetar is following. Okay.
Yeah, so planetar is just your celestial contact
Mhm.
that you can contact occasionally.
Sure.
and you have the blood of a celestial being in your veins, which makes you an ASMR by definition.
This makes you really
Which is nothing to do with gods, really. So you're going to venerate a god. We just need to figure out which god you serve, because you have a holy symbol, so it will be the holy symbol of that god.
Sure. Okay.
I would suggest like Torm or something like that, which is just like the god of paladins.
No, not Tempest. Not Tempest. I'm not taking Thunderous Might. Okay, go ahead.
It's gotta be Tempest.
Yeah, so we'll do that later. So we'll figure that out for the next session.
Okay. So we start to leave, I guess, and go to that warehouse area.
To Candle Lane.
Yes, Candle Lane.
Alright, you gonna lead them to Candle Lane?
Yeah. He's got a map. He's kind of like, oh, over here. If you look on your right of the Landcraft,
And here we're gonna see.
you'll see Bits and Bobs, owned by Bob and Bit.
It's on the other side of Dockward, towards the sea, the ocean.
Oh, okay.
And so it takes quite a while to get over there. We'll say that actually it's around noon now. And you make your way, you're closer to the actual docks. And you've crossed most of the length of the dock ward, which is kind of moon-shaped. So you've kind of walked almost the full length of it now, from one end to the other. And as you approach Candle Lane, there's a reason why it has this name. The buildings, let me go ahead and read this. Gloom envelops a narrow alley as dark as a dungeon, and as odorous as one too. Nearly all the street lamps have been smashed. The only light that pierces the darkness is a faint flickering from down the lane, like a distant candle. And the reason it's so dark is because not only is it tall and narrow, but there's like awnings or like cloth, like tarps that are strung at intervals, which is preventing the sunlight from reaching down here. Okay, so on the far end of the lane is a candle flickering in one. The only like functioning street lamp at the end of the street is one flickering candle, which is illuminating part of that street.
Okay.
Alright, yeah.
Go ahead, lead the way.
Malthor, he's walking down the street towards this illuminated thingy.
Okay, it's kind of like down, up ahead on the left-hand side of the road. The street lamp's obviously not in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
It's on the left-hand side, and across the street from it is a warehouse with a mark of a snake on the door to the warehouse.
The snake is now glowing.
Alright, and I think with that, we end our session.
That is... It's not even the cliffhanger, it's just the disappointing
It's just a disappointing
callback to a bad joke.
Yeah, I'm getting kind of tired.
It's not bad, it's not a joke.
There's also a great transition time for next week. It's also 12:10. We're going to wrap up 20 minutes ago, so seems like a good time. I really like our character selection.
Me too.
Yeah. Thoughts? Let's do a quick, really fast debrief. So, Kale, thoughts on session 1?
I thought it was very, very fun. Much more fun than our session yesterday, which was creating the characters for session 1. I feel like it was still a pretty fun session, but this is definitely role-playing and like actually playing has been super nice. I like all of our characters. They all have their own kind of personal quirks, and whenever I change between them, it feels very, very natural because they're very contrasted in different ways.
I'm enjoying the dynamics and imagining it like a TV series.
Okay, cool.
Definitely going to keep up whenever I'm not playing one of these characters. Anytime I bring them in, if it's ever relevant, I'll detail what they've been doing outside of the party.
So then we're going to have kind of like a TV-esque, next time on Dragon Heist. Look out! They're coming!
Esteban Julio saves us again!
What's in that? Alright. Ding! And then we have like the music.
Oh! You need to draw one of the Taraka cards as you have in draw.
Oh,
No, you
That's
don't
not how
think
those
so?
work. They're not Patos cards.
Shapoopadoopa.
He'd actually have to like use those.
Let us continue his headwind.
Jurasi, regardless, looking at the snake, looks at one card, says Evoker. That's really about it. Only he knows what it really means.
It means that your paladin just casted light and he evoked emotions from you. Here's my inspiration back.
Right, yeah, if you'll pass in the other inspiration dice.
Alright. So yeah, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. This has been Nikhil, Zach, and Nathan from Wayward Dice.
Yeah,
giving you
and
our
so
Saturday
next
session.
week we will not have a Friday night session. We will have a Saturday night session, and maybe depending on Ethan's availability, we will play Dark Sun, or we'll play session 2 of this one. I kind of like to actually finish off this chapter, but if Ethan's available, I think we'll do our Dark Sun session because be fun to have him back. So
Definitely.
did he ever contact us back?
He did not.
Okay.
He
Alright.
most certainly
So,
did.
but anyways, we won't be here Friday night, but we will be back a week from today, Saturday night at between 9 and 10 p.m.
Our time.
Central Time.
All right. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Have a great rest of your day.
Or else.